Drake says to me, yo, you got 30 minutes. Get all straight.
Let's say all allegations are false on both sides. Who's winning this battle? It's still Kendrick.
No.
What is the next move for Drake?
It's on his way out of this.
Did Drake feed him that information about the daughter?
Be objective, Ak.
I do believe the daughter thing. I don't believe the other thing. I found out that Metro Boomin hated Drake before it was like universally known. Because a chick he smashed in LA, I smashed in LA. They always just tell every detail. But I will tell you this, when this whole thing pops off, The Weeknd hits me up and he says,
what's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. First of all, I just want to thank you guys so much, everybody who came out to MSG. And yeah, that was crazy. Dreams come true.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that later. Also, thank you everybody who watched the roast. That was a really crazy experience, and I mean this in like a non-joking way at all. But Gronk is one of the like whatever you think he is,
Yeah.
he will exceed that in a shocking way. Like, this is my first interaction with Gronk. You ready?
Yeah.
He's standing by a bathroom.
Yeah.
I walk up. It's Gronk, Bert, Tom. Okay? I walk up, we're talking, and I go, I don't even know why Tom Brady is doing this. Tom Segura.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Tom Brady is doing this. And Gronk goes, oh man, you know, sometimes you just get bored, you know? Like sometimes you just, you know, you're sitting in your apartment for 8 days, you're not doing anything, you just want to fucking kill yourself. This is before the roast has even started, we're in the hallway. I just put my hand on his shoulder, I go, I can't do this right now. I'm not walking you off this fucking bridge. We're gonna lock it and be funny. I gotta call you a retard in 30 minutes or 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I can't fucking do this right now.
He probably loved the roast being called a retard because he felt something.
Dude, he felt seen. Dude,
That shit was getting to him, bro.
Son, did you think?
Yes. He was like, in the beginning, he was like, okay, first couple people shot at me, and then eventually he's like, why do they keep making the same joke about me? Like, I don't think
So there are so many things like behind the scenes that I want to like tell you guys about. Like first of all, you know when Gronk spiked the shot glass?
Yeah.
Yes, that had to hit somebody.
Real shot glass.
Yeah. He was not supposed
This
to do
is
this.
right before I go up.
Yeah.
He spiked it, but he's one of those where like the closest thing I can say is there is a video of a kid with Down syndrome that is dressed up as Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he walks up to his pool and he takes the Bud Lights, he smashes them together, and he starts to drink at them as the Bud Lights have already been leaked because the glass is broke, right? That was Gronk. He took the shot. He wasn't even included in it. The shot was about Tom Brady, Belichick, and Bob Kraft. And he's just there. He takes it, and he has so much energy, he doesn't know what to do. He slams it. All of us are like, what the fuck just happened? A girl in the front row has like a piece of shot glass like hanging out of her cheek. Like, and I'm not talking about a little thing flicker.
Oh my God.
Her whole cheek is red.
Oh, fuck.
She looks like a mime. I have to go up afterwards. So I'm just like, all right, what's the witty joke? Like, I'm like, how am I gonna, it's not the first time Gronk spiked a drink. You know, I'm like thinking like, what can I acknowledge the moment? And shout out to Kevin Hart, bro.
Yeah.
This guy is like,
Good.
son,
Told you.
first of all, he's amazing, but like what he did,
Yeah.
like hosts will do this in a comedy show. Like if something crazy happens, they'll reset the room,
Yeah.
bring the energy back down,
I
and
didn't even
bring
think
it back
about this.
up.
Yeah.
He took time.
Yeah.
He calmed the room back down. Didn't even joke around about it. Just kind of like, what is going on here? These guys are kind of crazy. Reset the whole room. And even acknowledge it, so I didn't even have to. And I walked up to him after. I was like, dude, you saved my ass, man. Thank you so much for that. Did you even know what you were doing? And he was like, yeah, of course, man. I don't want you to have to go up after that.
Awesome.
Like,
Solid guy.
Far.
did not have to do that. I'm the last comic on a fucking 3-hour show. I peed 3 times. He didn't get to pee once. Like,
Yeah, that's
within
crazy.
30 minutes of being up there, I was like, I ain't making it.
You had that Akash Singh.
Son, I was thinking about you the whole time. The second they brought that TV screen out for Bert and Tom,
Yeah.
I saw a couple of the football players leave, and I was like, I'm out of this place. No disrespect, Bert and Tom, but I gotta fucking pee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Left. Apparently, there's a shot of me walking back.
Yeah. That's the best part. That's so funny.
I pulled the Gronk. I was like, hey, can they see me?
Directly in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
You did great.
Oh, thank you, man.
You
Thank
did
you, thank you,
fucking
man.
great. The
Thank you.
jokes
it
were
was
fire.
unreal.
I love the moments where you stepped out of the joke because I know probably the instinct, I assume, is just do the jokes and you're so fucking nervous that's all you do. But when you were like, Jeff, there's no kids back there. That was great. And then the Cav shit. Cav with Puff. Cav, that's your boy. Fire.
That's fun. It's funny you say that because that was the thing that I found most tricky about this, which is like, how do you? It's not even stay in the moment, but like be in the moment from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, do I acknowledge? Like, I want to just go, hey, we're in the moment here,
Yeah.
and then do the set instead of being like, here are the jokes. But at the same time, we're also like 3 hours into this
And
fucking
to a
thing.
live telecast.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what can I do? But yeah, those moments are good. Fucking shout out Nikki Glazer,
Yeah.
absolutely demolished it.
Yeah,
She's
she
incredible.
ripped.
Like
Unreal.
I was like blown away.
Yeah.
She was so fucking good.
The
If you haven't
pacing,
seen it yet,
the rhythm was like perfect.
and then
Tony, holy fuck, Tony.
amazing. Like
Holy
they just
fuck.
they were just so fucking good. Like if you haven't seen it yet, it is worth it to watch them.
Yeah.
Like they just were just masterful. It was great.
And then Bledsoe was good.
So here's the thing.
He surprised me.
What makes or breaks a roast is not the comedians.
The non-comedians?
If the non-comedians deliver, it's a good roast.
Oh, dude. Non-comedian. Edelman.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
So here's the thing. They took it serious. Edelman was working it out at the Comedy Store.
Really?
Drew Bledsoe hit me up afterwards. He's like, dude, we were watching a lot of your stuff and some other guys. Like they were actually studying
Like game film.
Yeah, they don't know how to get out of
Crazy.
it.
Awesome.
But I think that's what happens when you get athletes. They're like, oh, the way to be good at something
Yeah.
is to repeat it
Yeah.
over and over again and watch people that are good at
Practice and
rep.
prepare, and
Yeah.
they can be good.
And after watching Gronk, I believe he never watched game film. I believe that about him.
His joke where he's like, oh, Gronk, touchdown. Oh, Gronk, why don't you do a touchdown?
That was personal. That was Dot and Lamar. I mean, Dot and Drake. Yeah. Fuck y'all.
So when he went off script, I wrote that one. I just came up
Can I tell you something? That's in the prompter. Like I'm reading the prompter, and the prompter is written in retard, right? It's like at one point that one was creative. See, I'm creative.
No way.
Yo, the one thing that he did, or a few things he ad-libbed. One is when he's like, Kevin, I'll make you suck my dick. And all of us were like, okay, he's gone. He's fucking gone. He got excited by the crowd and he's out of here.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's probably great sitting next to Bert there. I don't remember who's on the other side. Was Nikki on the other side?
Nah, Sam.
Sam.
Sam J, yeah. So you had homies on both sides.
Sam was great.
3 hours.
Sam.
Sam did fucking great, dude. I was impressed.
It's fun when it was definitely fun when Ben Affleck was on and we were like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck are you
cokehead
doing, dude?
Dude.
J-Lo broke this man. yo.
Son.
So what the fuck is wrong with Ben Affleck?
He comes up and everybody's stoked, right?
So hype.
And because we all love Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's the man.
Yeah.
And then he started talking. He was defending Tom from internet trolls, and like a few minutes in, I'm like, oh, he ain't even talking
No,
about Tom.
he's not. He's not.
He's talking about Ben Affleck.
Yeah. He's talking about Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
It was personal.
Yeah, once you saw it, you're like, is this whole thing a proxy for him to just
Yes.
yell at people online?
I don't even know if he realizes it, but yes.
That's the other thing. He might not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Kim Kardashian was
She's a pro. I'll be honest.
son.
She's a pro.
No, she is a pro.
Definition.
That's an
We have
underrated
proof.
line.
We have video proof.
Yeah.
No, what I would say about Kim is that she's striking. She's like perfectly symmetrical. Like you look at her and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I've never seen somebody be so disassociated in my life. She if somebody told me, hey, it's not really Kim Kardashian. She has this like robot where she can essentially control like what it says, but it's not like there's no human aspect to it. I'd be like, oh, I get it now.
She's a Manchurian candidate.
Bro, she sat with perfect posture for 3 hours straight, right? Smiled, laughed. Like I've never seen anything like that in life. I just completely detached.
So she grew up with a camera on her 24/7
Yes,
for the
she's
past
so
like 15
comfortable,
years.
like-
Yeah, but some
I
people
mean,
do that and like they go crazy and they're a child star. They're fucking.
Dissociating
she's
is like a
the
form of
opposite,
dealing
yeah,
with
where she's
whatever
like
trauma.
just too perfect.
I mean, OJ was in her fucking room before the Bronco chase, like ready to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like that's probably to give her some sympathy. That's probably pretty.
Kim had to look at OJ and be like, "Hey, OJ, I can't do this."
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. I'm sure she's nice and all the other things. The only thing, it just looked completely unaffected.
Yeah.
And even when she was up there, they were kind of booing her. Like, it didn't make her smile. It didn't make her sad. It was nothing.
Yeah.
There was one guy in the crowd. This is kind of really funny. Like, because the crowd was like basically a Buffalo Bills like tailgate. Like, like the beginning was like the Hollywood people,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the stands were like football fans.
Kind of nice.
Oh, okay.
Thank God LA could do that.
I think people flew in. Or they're like Boston ties. And shit like that.
Right.
Kim's up. She's doing her set. She's like almost at the end of the set. And then this guy just in the stands out of nowhere just goes, "Bitch!" I was talking to
It was Gronk's uncle.
I was talking to McKeever and Shane, and McKeever was like, it was as if he'd been holding it in for a whole minute, and he just couldn't hold it anymore. Like his fists were balled. Bitch! just seeing Kim Kardashian on stage for 3 minutes was too much. For
Oh,
all
God.
of it.
That was a Kanye fan.
Yeah, it might have been.
Nah, it was cool.
But what a crazy thing. Like, how often does Kim talk in front of like thousands and thousands of just like regular human beings?
No, as well.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, her whole life is so like protected and
Yeah,
like,
Maybe that's why she
manicured.
dissociated. It was like
maybe.
overwhelming.
It might be like like you said, like a coping mechanism
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
probably.
of anything else I saw. Oh, the fire thing was when Tom checked Jeff Ross.
Bro.
I think that was 100% real.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
100%.
Like, so Jeff, so
I think it got cut from the broadcast.
I'll tell y'all something. Because the reason why I think it's real is because they told us no jokes about happy endings with Bob Kraft. Because I had a Bob Kraft tag.
Oh.
I had that joke about Randy Moss. I was like, Randy Moss, you made sure on Super Bowl Sunday is the only people celebrating a happy ending with a priest.
Oh yeah.
And then the tag was, and of course, Bob Kraft.
Yeah.
And they were like, Tom asked us not to do anything with the massage shit. I was like, all right, cool. Like, the guy's coming here for this thing. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. He's not getting roasted. He's sitting in the fucking stands. Like, all right. And then Jeff did it. And then Tom walks up and he goes, yo, cut that shit out. Or don't do that again.
Yeah.
Don't
don't
say
do
that shit again.
Yeah.
But think about it. Like, this is the first comic that goes on, a live roast, and it's your night.
Yeah.
He was ready to shut the whole thing down. That's an alpha ass move right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like for this guy who basically let him go.
Yeah.
Bob Kraft didn't re-sign him,
Yeah.
and he still feels that kind
And
of loyalty.
Brady would sign team-friendly deals, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
So it's not like Kraft overpaid him. Like when they paid Kobe $25 million his last year or whatever, and he was kind of washed, was like, thank you.
Yeah,
Brady got let go. He got the opposite. He was
Yeah.
like, all right, good luck.
yeah.
And still had that kind of loyalty. It's crazy.
I thought it was a alpha. Most
Yeah.
people would get caught up in that moment and go, I don't want to ruin. And he's like, this shit don't matter.
yeah.
What matters is I said to that guy that those jokes weren't going to be made,
Yeah.
and he agreed to come,
Mm-hmm.
and then you broke the rule.
Yeah.
I think it was that, and then Brady's kids, and it was just like, who's gonna fuck?
Yeah.
Brady's talk about
psycho.
somebody's fucking kids.
Brady's psycho.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a psycho.
He's the greatest ever.
But he's also like breathtaking.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It was like hard to look at him. Like
Psychopath.
I would like roast him, and I'd find myself going. I have to like look back at the camera. It's too much.
Oh, man.
I also wonder if he does that early. If he's like, okay, the first thing it crosses the line, I'm gonna get up there and make like a little moment. Just let everyone else know,
Oh,
like,
to
yo,
set a tone.
don't
Like when you
fuck
fire
with-
a guy the first day on set, who is it?
Yeah, like-
Orson Welles would do that.
Yeah.
He'd hire a guy just to fire him
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
day. Yeah.
No, that's great.
Apparently, that's what the.
They like set a tone and let everyone know, like, yo, don't fuck around. So he's like, the first thing that crosses my line, I'm gonna stand up and stop it. And that way everyone else knows, like, yo, don't talk about the kids, don't talk about Bobby Kraft.
I wonder if then maybe him and Jeff had that worked out then.
No, I don't think so. I think he just was like, the first thing that crossed my line. If they talk about these two or whatever number of things in his head,
That would make a lot of sense.
I'm nipping it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I was wondering why no one made the kissing his kid joke. 'Cause
Yeah.
That would have been.
I mean, it would have gone, but at the same time, it's like the way I look at these things is Giselle's a public figure
Yeah.
outside of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
if it's not someone who's public and it's like family or like children,
Yeah.
then I'm like, I don't want to fuck it.
Yeah. Giselle's a supermodel. She's used to scrutiny. And that was kind of our line of thinking with the Will and Jada thing. It's like Jada's a celebrity who's been a celebrity for
She's
20
asking
years.
for attention. She has
gets-
this
yeah.
show out. Like she talks about her business, so
Yeah.
she wants that spoken about as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other reactions
I
you
want
guys
to
saw? Like what?
fucking talk about MSG, dude.
Oh, I have a
Oh,
question.
yeah.
I
Sick
have
of
a
it.
question.
Yes.
What was the best joke you thought against you?
Oh, that's good.
There weren't a ton, I'll be honest.
Yo, I think to be honest, I think what everybody thought was, oh, everybody's gonna make fun of his haircut.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do what everybody
funny,
does.
funny.
So to give you guys some like behind the scenes shit, it's like everybody's making fun of the same people, so the jokes kind of get used up quick.
Yeah.
Right. And so you got to kind of like worry, like, can I do this?
Yeah.
Is this gonna happen?
The later and later you go on the roast, the more and more jokes and topics get crossed off. Even if it's not the same joke, if it's about the same thing, it gets a little diluted.
Yeah. So like there was jokes that like, so we were working with one of the producers there, right, who was helping us, and basically he wouldn't tell us. He'd be like, hey, listen, this thing is probably, I showed him my jokes, and he was like, this thing's probably gonna be kind of touched on, so maybe you want to cut it or veer
Oh, that's
away.
awesome they do that.
Yeah,
Thank God they do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, Michael Lawrence.
Oh,
who's
yeah,
a
yeah.
genius writer,
Yeah.
and he wrote for a lot of the
Yeah.
the athletes and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, this one is like, we had a good one. It was like, I said something about Giselle, and I was like, Tom, Tom, a wife leaving is never something to joke about, but let's take a stab at it. That was the last text Tom got from OJ. Right? And it was just, and like, but the OJ stuff had been done a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So especially going later in the show, you're like, okay, how can I have a unique angle?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these producers are organizing all that. It's quite impressive, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you have to make sure how many different people on that fucking roast? 15 different people who are all talking about the same topics.
Also, guys, dates real quick. First of all, big announcement. I'm going to be in Abu Dhabi during Abu Dhabi Comedy Week, May 26th at the Saadiyat Rotana Resort and Villas in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if I said that correctly, but I will be there. Also, May 31st and June 1st, St. Louis. June 7th and 8th, Indianapolis. June 21st and 22nd, Raleigh, North Carolina. June 28th and 29th, Buffalo. July 26th and 27th, Jacksonville. September 6th and 7th, Vegas. September 12th and 13th and 14th, Miami, Florida. Guys, get your tickets for those shows and more at akashsing.com. We're going to keep adding. We are not fucking stopping, guys. We're going to keep going. I'll see y'all there, akashsing.com.
The roast was phenomenal.
It was really
for a live
fantastic.
event.
Live was
3
crazy,
hours?
man.
Yeah.
Flubbing award is like, fuck. The whole joke is done.
Yeah.
I thought it, yeah.
That shit was phenomenal.
When was the last great
I
roast?
was
It was
blown
like
away.
Comedy Central days back in the day.
We love the Charlie Sheen one because of Patrice.
Oh yeah.
That was 12, 13 years ago.
Bieber one was good.
Yeah, like the Trump one. Like there was a run of really great ones that Comedy
Yeah.
Central did.
Yeah, there's it was really fucking good.
I feel like Kev tried to come at you at the end, and he ain't really have nothing,
didn't.
bro. He ain't really have nothing, son. I'm not saying you bombed, but I mean, he ain't really have nothing.
It is funny because you can see the prompters too.
Yeah.
So you can see the jokes that.
Oh, you see?
Yeah,
what
He
I'm
had those written.
So me and Sam fucked up somebody's joke because I saw a punchline and me and Sam started going, "Oh, that shit's good," and he hadn't even said it yet.
yeah.
I forget who it was, but Sam and I laughing
is
at
the
this
best,
shit because we
dude.
reading ahead.
Yeah,
Assholes.
bro. There's a part that's so funny. Tony's doing a joke, and you just see Bert behind him mouthing the words to the joke as he's saying it. I was
way.
dying laughing.
Son,
I was like, oh, I forget there's a
That was
prompter.
Gronk the entire time.
No, he was
he's
mouthing.
reading in his head but mouthing the words.
That's awesome. I would do the same thing 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I just like to be ahead. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it was it was really good, and I think that kind of way I've analyzed it is like I think a year ago, maybe even more, like the idea of what is it, cancel culture, woke culture is affecting comedy, like that's
Yeah.
done. Like if you're still talking about that now, you're just fucking riffing on it.
Yeah.
But this
Maybe not with everybody. So like 10 minutes in, I'm watching with my shorty. She's really enjoying it, and then she's like, "They're being kind of mean." and then she's
I'm
like,
not even making
"Yo,
a joke.
I really feel bad for Gronk." She felt so bad for him.
But I'm not even making a joke. Culturally, she doesn't know what a roast is.
Yeah.
If you know what a roast is,
Yeah.
if you have any idea of in comedy what a roast is, you get it.
Yeah.
This is all bets are off. My wife probably would have said the same thing if she'd watched that early. She'd been like, "Oh, but she's enough." You know what I mean? She gets it. now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like
she was ready
and
to check out. She was
this
like,
is-
"This is too much."
Yeah, it's too much for it. You know, this is like it's weirdly might have happened in the same venue, but you know how like when Magic Johnson said he had AIDS, everybody was like, "Oh, this shit real."
Yeah.
And I think it happened. It was announced at the Forum.
Okay.
I think this will be like the defining point in our generation where people go, "Oh, the woke shit's dead," and it's already been dead.
Tony said the F-bomb live on Netflix.
Yeah. But it's like
No tweets.
Yeah.
the point I'm trying to make is like it's already been dead.
Yeah.
But this was a moment where you had people that had everything to lose,
Yeah.
i.e. a Tom Brady, a guy who could be worth $1 billion. He has these like, mainstream connections. He's going to be on Fox hosting the show. Like, and he's making gay jokes and people are making gay jokes about him, racist, homophobic jokes, but nobody really seemed to go, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And to me, that's like the pendulum swinging. And this is like the cultural point. It already has happened. We've noticed it. It's like you roll your eyes when anybody says woke anymore.
Yeah.
But this is like, I think the moment America realizes.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens after this. I'm very curious.
Maybe that's why there was no good roast for 7-8 years. Whether they could have been, whether it would have gone well or not, I bet suits were like, we can't
risk
we
it.
can't take this
You're
risk.
100% right. That from the people I spoke to. They're
Yeah,
like,
interesting.
yeah, everybody's afraid to do it because the jokes that are funny, they don't want to say.
And it's not the comics that are afraid; it's the celebrities.
And the execs were like, "Oh, I don't know, this could get us in trouble.
Wow,
we
that's
could
a good
lose
point.
sponsors."
Yeah.
Yo,
That's a
Tom
great point.
admitting to a Deflategate. I was oh shit. Some might put a little asterisk on this little record, bro.
Give me 20 million, I would have admitted it. I mean, now his set was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Kanye Kim joke is great.
Great.
I wish I knew Kim was there. I had no clue.
Yeah.
When I did the rehearsal, I saw a chair that said Kim Kardashian. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the production was saving that for Tom to make that joke.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because poor Tom got to go up at the end.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
what does he have left?
Yeah.
You know?
It was sick.
Champion.
Just cool
dude.
all around.
Absolute champion.
And then you talked to Tom?
Yeah, I got to talk to Tom a little bit.
How long was the conversation? Tell me everything he said.
What did he smell like?
How does his
Yeah, what
mouth
did he
look?
smell like? What does his hands feel like?
Just a nice dude, like, you know, I just asked him, one, how he prepared. And I was
Yeah.
like, were you like working it out? He's like, I would do it in front of the guys.
Yeah.
So I imagine the guys are like, you know, maybe the players are like his team.
Yeah.
But he looked like he had done the jokes before.
Yeah.
You know? And, but yeah, that was about it. Nothing crazy with Tom.
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe's a fucking G.
Yeah, he seems awesome.
Like fun.
yeah.
Like him and his brothers are fun. They hit the Comedy Store afterwards.
Really?
Oh, really? They were there?
Yeah, they're just judging roast battle or something like that. Like
Awesome.
They would just he texts me, just goes, Comedy Store, pull up. What the fuck is this guy?
As if you've never heard of that.
What's the address?
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, just getting to meet these guys, Charles Woodson, like just getting to meet these guys.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
like
that's sick.
you also, you know, meet some of these football players that you've seen in
Yeah.
pads, and they're tall, but like a Charles Woodson, like the guys that he would have to tackle.
Yeah.
And then you see him and you're like, he's not the most physically imposing.
Yeah.
Also, post career, these guys deflate like crazy.
But no, I did a
Gronk is much skinnier.
But corner safeties, dude, I did a podcast with old Cowboy legend Darren Woodson. He was a safety.
Yep.
And he would lay the wood on people. He was a crazy, crazy physical player. And then you see him and you're like, oh, he's a little bigger than, maybe about Alex's size. Maybe a little taller, because you know most people are. But, you know.
don't you have more respect for him?
Yeah. Dude, absolutely. This guy's barely taller than Alex.
We did the roast of Alex already.
You wanted me to be meaner. Dude.
Anyway, so that was really cool. It was really cool to be a part of.
So that's awesome.
And like, yeah, and it felt like an event in terms of social media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Remember Twitter back in the day when like something would happen and everybody was kind of talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
It had that.
Or the benefit of live.
live, yeah.
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 Everyone experienced something all at the same time.
And they're all talking about it, tweeting about
Yeah.
it. Like, Dude, it's funny. So before the show, Rogan texted me. He's like, "Yo, can I give Dana White your number?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And Dana hits me up. He's like, "Hey, man, can I just run this by you because I just need you to know what you think." And he runs a couple jokes by me, and they're funny. Like the thing about Tom, like you've been in Boston, so I used to think you were from there. Then I saw you run. I was like, "No, he's definitely from San Francisco."
That's really good.
Few jokes, but the one about the trans. My name is Dana.
Yeah.
It's not trans enough for you liberal fucks. He says it to me, and I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna go over.
Yeah.
I call him back. I go, bro, I don't know if that one's gonna really hit. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be the one. And he goes, like, what do you think? And I'm like, I just don't know if it's gonna get the big laughs. And then he goes, oh, I don't care about that. I just want them to know I don't give a fuck.
Awesome.
That keeps perfect.
I go, oh, it's gonna accomplish that.
And his was actually good. I
He
thought
killed it.
his
Yeah,
was solid.
you did great.
Afterwards, he comes up to me and goes, I'm never doing that again. But I thought he fucking rocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was doubting himself because a couple times he's like, "Oh no, yeah, I don't like that" or whatever. And
Nah,
then
he delivered.
It was solid.
Yeah, it was a great dude. Again, the non-athletes delivered.
They
Like you're like, oh
fucking-
fuck that. Or the non-comedians delivered, and like, dude, Edelman
rocked.
I was blown away
Yeah.
for a wide receiver, a football player to make whoever wrote those jokes, and for him to be like, let's go, and whatever input he had on them, fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Nah, he murdered.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah.
Can we give you some love finally?
Yes.
for
Okay.
MSG?
Sure.
Andrew Schulz, Madison Square Garden, two fucking shows back to back.
Comedy complete.
Fucking
Dreams achieved.
unbelievable.
That's
That
it.
was crazy.
You're done.
That was crazy. Yeah, I'm done. I literally, I could retire right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I achieved everything I ever wanted to.
Yeah.
which
Say
is
whatever
crazy
you want to
feeling.
say, then I'm going to compliment you. You're going to get uncomfortable, and we'll power through that. But you say what you want to say first.
Okay, the most difficult part of the whole thing was trying to not mouth the N-word when 50 Cent was on. That is the only thing that was going through my mind. 50's on, first of all, I didn't even know about G-Unit showing up. Right?
Oh,
So they tell us
crazy.
that like maybe an hour before.
Yeah.
They're like, we need 3 mics. And I go, what? And then they're like, yeah, Yayo and Uncle Murder. I'm like, okay, this is going to be crazy. So they're on stage, they're rapping. I'm like, do not say the N-word. I hope we have video. What do you mean? I have 13,000 eyeballs on me. There's fucking cameras everywhere. I know Shifty zoomed in on my lips because he didn't wait for me to drop it. So I'm concentrating on not saying the N-word. Tony Yayo's at the front of the stage, comes back, right? And I hope we have video for this because there is an ultimate. I missed a dap. And by missed, I mean he didn't even acknowledge my dap. I threw the hand up like this. I think he looked at me
I saw
and
that.
just went the other way, and I was like, "Hey, it was bad.
Oh my
I was
God.
focusing too much on not saying the N-word. I almost said it right there.
No, I think we need to delete all the footage because I'm unfortunately standing directly behind 50 Cent the whole time.
This is great.
And I'm just in a daze. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. I'm like,
You would dead.
bro. I don't. There's nothing. Never been white. Bro. I was like, what is? How do you dance?
A white bitch on fashion.
Yeah.
I was in the stands dying.
Don't blame it on the blackout, dog.
Bro,
You know that's when you're just supposed to feel the rhythm, right? When you're not thinking.
Well, that's the problem. Is I was feeling
He
it
had
for
a
the
whiteout.
first. I was feeling it for the first 2 songs. And I was like, wait a second, I feel like an idiot. And then I was looking at 50. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna do what 50 Cent does because he's cool. And if I just copy him, then no one can say anything. Okay. And so 50 was doing this move where he's standing there, he goes like this, and he's got his hips going. And so I was like, oh, that's easy to do. I'll do that. And so you just saw me do it, and I was doing the exact same thing. And if you look at 50 doing it, he looks so cool. And then if you cut over to me, I look so bad. I just look like a backup dancer the whole time.
I knew Mark was on call. I had to throw my arm around him. I had to just hold him because I knew. Because Deric and I were really into it, and Mark was just alone, and he didn't know how to be too into it. But he is dead center.
Oh my God. That's
Just
so
in it.
funny.
And the problem is, I did the thing whiter than what happened on stage.
I need that.
Oh yeah, we got to.
Yeah, I need that.
We got to insert this in there.
The only thing whiter than what happened on stage stage was backstage when I was studying the songs.
I have videos of this too.
So I was with Deric and I was like, hey, what's that one song? It's like, what up, cuz? What up, cuz? And he was like, oh, what up, gangster? I was like, all right, cool. And I was going through all the lyrics to make sure I knew the lyrics because I can't not know the words.
You Wikipedia before.
Yeah, because I didn't know a lot of the
just live
songs.
life, bro.
I didn't know the songs, bro.
You didn't have to rap it. Don't rap the song.
But at least even know the beat or something.
Oh my god, dude.
And then when you don't know the words, when you don't know the words, just look up at the stands like you're really
Taking it in.
really taking it in. Yeah.
What
So
a
that's what I
moment.
did. When I didn't know any words, I was like, wow, look at what we've done. And back to the chorus. What up, gangsta?
It was unreal.
Oh my god.
Y'all never look whiter, bro.
I'm a white guy.
Derek was so excited, he pulls us both in. He goes, y'all can say the N-word. Just this one time. I give y'all permission. Y'all can say it.
Trying to set you up.
Yeah. Good move not saying it.
He tried to drink you
great
right
move.
there.
Son, dead ass, I swear to God.
Oh my god.
There's one moment where I think none of them said the N-word. I think they all ducked it themselves out of like pure professionalism. Like I imagine they've done this, like they were like choreographed.
Yeah.
It was like really awesome to see what they were doing and really utilizing the whole stage. Like clearly they've been doing this shit for fucking
Now you
decades.
got some more respect for rap live performances.
I told you after watching 50, right? I told you the first time in Boston, I was like, this guy can shut it down.
Yeah.
Like it was just
That was crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
And but they all ducked the N-word at the same time.
If you had taken
If I had
Deric's
said
advice,
it-
yeah.
I would be the only one in the arena that would have screamed it. Like if I just gronked it, if I got caught up in momentum.
It would have echoed.
Yeah.
Stop the tape.
Just crazy, just crazy.
It was wild.
50's a fucking man, dude. Just
Yeah.
to do that, like
Awesome.
to even
Awesome.
Threw
So
his
cool.
jacket into the crowd. Like
Threw his hat, through his jacket. Yeah.
signed it too.
Yeah, so he signed it, and then that's whoever got
Pro
it. That's
move.
dope.
Pro move.
Unbelievable.
Right? I
Unbelievable.
mean, just like, yeah, I don't know. It's also, it was a cool energy doing the show. I'm like hyper concerned with people having a good time. Like I
Yeah.
really want them to just leave there going like, man, that was just the best night out. Like,
yeah.
And it felt really cool doing the show, knowing I had this like little
Ace in the hole.
little treat for them. That,
Yeah.
like the show, thank God, was going great, and then it ended.
Yeah.
And I looked at them and I was like, wow, they got a really great show. And then
Yeah.
they get this.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like seeing their faces was just crazy.
Yeah.
Did you hear me say it?
What?
The 50 give
N-word?
the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah. We all heard it. Yeah.
No, but it wasn't clear.
Yeah, that's
It
why I
wasn't
asked.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool. You said it, and I was in the crowd filming the crowd, and a bunch of people who like maybe heard it got hyped.
Yeah.
And then he came out, and the whole
That's
place
unreal.
lights up, dude.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I told you I was going to go see you as a fan this time. And I got.
Yeah, I wanted
whatever.
you to go on, man.
I know. I wanted to come as a fan. Also, I just dropped my whole hour and I was like, I don't know if I got a tight 5 for the arena right now. That's a different muscle. But before
But I
that,
did-
I didn't.
yeah.
Of course you asked. Always asks. I loved it. I love you for that. I didn't get to make it to Toronto, so I was like, I want to see him first time MSG as a fan. It was your best hour.
No, thank you, man.
And everybody knows how much I love you and gas you and think you're so amazing. For this to be your best hour at MSG, that's a fucking amazing thing, man.
Thank
And
you,
it's like, I was blown away. My wife cried. I cried. It was like
Thank
a
you,
fucking awesome. The jokes were hilarious, nonstop. So
Thank you, bro.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
Unbelievable, man. I was just like overjoyed. Alex and I hugged each other after the show, and we were like, we're acting like we did something.
Yeah, I know. Bro, it did feel like it.
Which I did. Yeah, we all made that happen. Like this
I
is
mean-
years in the making.
But
you know?
2009 or 8 or whatever the fuck we met, we really had nothing.
Yeah.
And then to see you sell out MSG and then deliver. That's the part that it's like people don't often deliver as they get to that level. And for this to be your best, I was like, oh man, so proud of you. Now, if I can criticize you for one thing,
Please,
my
yeah.
seats were amazing. They were on the floor.
Yeah.
Seat numbers 9 through 11. What was that about?
No way.
What was that? Why?
No
seats 9
way.
Why I get seats 9, 10, and 11?
Bro, that was for Vala's family. How did you end up there?
That's
No,
what's
no,
up.
no,
Okay.
no.
Dude, that reminds me. Remember the hotel that they
Yeah, 7-Eleven. I've gotten it multiple times, by the way.
That is just terrible.
Oh, that's great.
That he got given room 7-Eleven by the hotel.
But yeah, thank you so much for just coming and being there and like yeah, just everything to make it happen. It is crazy to have like a sustained belief in something and dream for that long. It's like 17 years to have like one specific thing.
Yeah.
And then have it happen. I don't think I've really fully processed it all, but I am incredibly grateful of like everybody that showed up and the excitement of the people that want to be there for the moment. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it was just cool. Yeah, it's just awesome, man. I don't know. It's just so awesome. Felt so grateful. Get my folks to see me there, you know.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
Yeah, it's just
You've been having a cool year, dude. You got
Yo,
a baby,
son,
MSG.
yeah, bringing the baby.
Oh yeah,
That was when I
that
cried.
was maybe the coolest.
That
moment
was
of
when
my life on stage.
and with the headphone, oh my god.
Yeah. She was listening to 50 Cent.
she was.
You know, she was saying the
unbothered.
N-word. I noticed that. That was weird.
She was unbothered, man.
couldn't have
that
cared
was
less.
her moment right there.
Isn't that
man.
crazy?
That was fire.
Like
That's what I cried too. You put me in the black row, so I have Akademiks to my left, I have Charlamagne to my right. That moment happened.
This is so funny.
I'm holding back tears, but I want to start bawling. I'm like, I can't have anyone who
I'll
can
get
see
emotional.
me.
I'll
Bro,
get
I'll
emotional.
get- And then just one just came out. I was like,
just crazy, man.
oh, it's so beautiful. I still haven't taken it in. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's so fucking nuts. Yeah. Madison Square Garden. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it honestly, like at the end, we took a picture in the stands. It's kind of weird. Like, such a weird being a human being. Like the things that you can, I don't want to say get used to, but like since we have done some arenas, they do kind of look similar from the stage, right? You still walk in, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it isn't an experience that we haven't had. In other words, like
Yeah.
we have experienced it before. Obviously, the garden means so much more. But when we went into the stands and then looked down, they were turning it into the hockey rink.
Oh yeah.
At the end, it was just this like, what? When we were walking around and saw concession stands, we're like, whoa, people sell hot dogs at the venue we performed at? Yeah. Like it was, I guess weirdly enough, being outside of like the performance area is where it really seemed like this.
The second day I was
Unbelievable.
just walking all around.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was just walking everywhere. I'm
Just
like,
feeling it.
what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe this shit.
Yeah.
People selling shirts outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, the street vendor making money on the people coming in.
Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, the bootlegs were kind of fire, bro.
were they
Lights
really
were fire.
fire?
Fire.
Oh my God. I wish
Gotta hire those motherfuckers.
I bet it was the dude who made our shirt. Motherfucker, I gotta Ali, we need to talk, bro. That's actually a great hustle. You find out what shirt is going to be sold there, and then you just make your own version of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have you been to the garden?
No, I should pay attention to those things.
We should start that. We should do that instead.
Yeah.
Also, just how it ended up. Like the only way that show could have happened was one scenario. I don't know if I've explained this on the pod since.
No.
So there was only one scenario that show happens. Okay.
The Saturday show.
The Saturday show. Yeah, sorry. The Friday was locked in, but the Saturday. So basically, the Knicks had to go to 6 games and win in 6. We didn't know that. So I was told all the Knicks had to do was win. They had to just clinch, right? And in game 5, I'm like hoping that they win and then we go. So I start the day of game 5 going, the Knicks got to win. Midway through the day of game 5, they go, hey, if the Knicks win and the Pacers win, then they're going to start their next series on Saturday. You lose your Saturday show. I go, fuck. So I need the Knicks win, but then the Pacers to lose, right?
Yeah.
Then a little later, then during the game, we get the text message and it says, if the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Islanders, they'll sweep them. They're going to start their series with the Rangers on Saturday.
Oh, fuck.
So now I'm watching 3 games.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm looking at 3 different scenarios. The Knicks lose, but so do the Pacers.
Yeah.
Not like it would have mattered, but they did lose as well. So the Pacers have to extend. Now we're in a tricky situation. The Carolina Hurricanes won, so they can play the Rangers, but the Knicks have priority in that Saturday date. So the NHL has to wait until the Knicks win Game 6 to even announce. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
Basically what I'm saying is the Knicks own that Saturday.
Yeah.
They have priority over NHL. NHL wants the Saturday, but they can't claim it until the Knicks no longer need it,
Right.
and they won't know until the Knicks win Game 6.
Which is Thursday night.
Which is Thursday. And so are they really going to promote, announce, and get all the teams
So
there
if
with
the
24
Knicks had
hours
won-
notice?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to sell tickets.
Because you have to do all these things. You have to, people have plans. There's travelers, everything. So they don't tell us until 3 p.m. the day before. So they have until 3 p.m. We finally get the message the day before. And then obviously the Knicks go close out and win.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick because we have to talk. Have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping? It's a whole new movement towards better habits led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device, and it isn't like vaping. If vapor was like a sugary soda, Fume cores would be closer to like an herbal tea. They have lots of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint and orange vanilla. I like both of those. This is not a vape. There is no vapor. You can use it anywhere. And most importantly, guys, there is no nicotine and it is not addictive. So if you have these bad habits, like vaping or certain other things that we cannot mention, less electronic versions of vaping, Fume is the way to go. Personally, again, I like crisp mint and orange vanilla, but you guys figure out whatever flavor you want. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, guys, and you can be the next success story. So for a limited time, use our code FLAGRANT to get a free gift with your journey pack. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com and use the code FLAGRANT to get a free gift with your order today. Now let's get back to the show. Guys, you know what that blue light means. That means it's time for me to tell you your dick game is trash. I'm here to give you a reality check. Your dick game, mediocre. You need to step it up for that special someone in your life. Or if you are the special someone, ladies, and you would like for your man to step up his dick game, there's nothing wrong with that. God knows I could use some PEDs, and I have used them. Blue Chew, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Go to BlueChew.com, and this is the best part. Special deal for our listeners that we have always had with Blue Chew, because they're the fucking goats. You can get Blue Chew for free on your initial order when you use a promo code FLAGRANT at checkout. All you got to do is pay $5 for shipping. That is BlueChew.com, promo code FLAGRANT to receive your first month for free. You hear that, you limp dick bastards? BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information as well. And, of course, shouts to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
But if the Knicks don't lose Game 5, which was a horrible loss. I think I told you this whole story where my wife jinxed it. Did I tell you this? We're up 6. My wife is watching the game. She goes, 29 seconds left. She goes, they got it. I go, what? She goes, yeah, they got it. I go, we don't do, what do you even do?
Yeah.
We don't do that. She goes, yeah, there's 6 points. There's only 28 seconds left. There's no way that they can't lose. I go, you don't know the Knicks.
Yeah.
We can lose any lead. Right? I said, we're the Hillary Clinton of basketball teams. There is not a lead that we cannot lose. She goes, no, it's impossible for them to lose. I go, Emma, you got to shut it down. Shut it down right now. Mm-hmm. And then she sat there and watched that lead evaporate. And I just saw her get so quiet. This is how I knew she was embarrassed. She started a fight with me. She's like, you're using tone and you're rude with me. I was like, well, maybe because you just destroyed my life's dream by making the fucking Knicks lose. But it turns out that's the only thing that allowed that Saturday show to happen. So it worked out. Anyway. Thank you guys so much, and everybody who came out and everybody who's, just been instrumental in even making this thing happen.
Also, Deric, Mark, y'all fucking killed it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, you did, man.
It was
Loved
wild.
watching y'all.
Thank you for the
up there.
opportunity, man. That was
Dude,
crazy.
It was so
Especially the
fucking-
dance number at the end.
Love y'all, man.
That's really where it came through.
I hit my girl. Yo, look at my
You do it.
so
Camera down, started filming my phone.
so good.
Bro, it's unreal. Please send it to me.
But yo,
It's
thank you
unreal.
so much, man. And thanks all the team for pulling up too. Miles, Shub, you guys aren't really on the road with us, but to just pull up and help out in those days, that's huge. And just thank you everybody who was there. Cassetta was also there, making sure audio was good. I mean, yeah, it was just all around team event. and it was fucking awesome. Thank you.
Amazing.
Got to live
Amazing
my
job,
dream, man.
Everyone.
I got to live my dream, and that was really cool. And I hope you all get to experience something like that in your life, man, because that is it's really awesome. Really awesome. Okay. Enough being gay. No more gay stuff. Okay, guys, we have a beef that has turned violent potentially, and
Great.
we need to discuss it. And we need an expert in here to discuss it. And there's only one guy that we can go to at times like this.
Absolutely.
When the going gets rough, the rough gets. What is it saying? When the going
When
gets
it gets tough, the tough get going.
Oh yeah, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Academic. They get academic.
Tough get academics. So we got DJ Akademiks in a motherfucking. Give it up for DJ Akademiks. Here to make sense of all the madness. Jews and Muslims are fighting. Drake versus Kendrick. Talk to us. What do you think, bro? Is Kendrick Muslim or no?
Shit, he might be the way how he's going. You know what I mean? He's
terrorized.
He's got jihad.
boy.
He's got a fun one.
He's treating my man Drake like he's pork. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I don't know, man. Well, hold on real quick. I got to give you your flowers first, man. Yo, listen, man. MSG show, surreal, man.
Thank you.
You know, watching someone who is in the entertainment field as yourself and watching what you accomplish. I walked in that building and I had the same like first 5-10 minutes that I had when I walked into your Radio City Music Hall show.
Respect.
And it was just kind of looking around and I'm like this motherfucker did it. Like, how do you even get this? Like, how do you even get to this spot?
Great.
So you know, I was very impressed by the show. Mark, you fucking killed it.
Thank you, brother. I
You
appreciate
like, you
that.
annihilated.
Oh,
it,
thank
you know what I
you.
mean?
Yeah, fire.
And
Thank you.
Deric.
Yeah,
Opener.
of course.
Deric too. Kill that shit.
Of
too.
course.
Yeah.
And yo, watching you up there was just like, I was like, yo, my man really worked. I thought he was gonna be overcome with emotion too. Like I thought
Bro, I
we
thought you were gonna
get the-
cry. I called that. You didn't.
No, I didn't feel it was weird what was happening. Yeah, it was weird what was happening up there. I don't know. I was filled with a lot of things, but it didn't make me want to cry. I cried the next day. I was like walking around Saturday. And
The audience had the feel, at least from my perspective, and you guys can tell me what you guys thought. It was like they were more celebrating you in that moment, where it was just like they were just happy. They've probably been riding with you forever, my nigga. Like they probably went to shows where it was just you and 200 people.
And these the first show you put online, right? So tickets probably sold out. These are like the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
The Friday show.
No, Saturday we.
Oh, Saturday first? Oh.
Yeah. But still, man, it was just they knew the moment. They knew like the importance of it.
Yeah.
You know, and it was cool. It's funny. Charlotte hit me and he was like, yo, can Act come backstage? And I was like, yeah, we gave him backstage access. And then we didn't see him. And then Taylor comes up to me. She's like, yo, Drake just dropped again. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker Act already streaming.
As I'm saying,
This motherfucker's already on the laptop somewhere.
You want me to get the story? Okay.
Yeah, break it down.
So all right. Well, listen, I'm really
So it's
big on
Friday night. Was it May 3rd?
Yes.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I'm really big on supporting people who have supported me,
Thank
my
you,
guys.
brother.
You know what I mean?
I really
so,
appreciate you coming through.
Joe hits me, says, I need you to do my pod. I say less, I'm there. You're a big show. I'm like, I gotta be there. I feel like I need to be a part of this moment and witness you having this experience. I gotta be there, right? And I'm like, yo, rap diss songs have been dropping about every 13 hours. And I'm like, you guys gotta give me a break. The universe has to be like, yo,
Ceasefire.
go ceasefire. Let my boy get a comedy show in or something like that. You're like, come on. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm in there, I'm watching, everything is great. 50 comes out. 50 loves you, bro.
Yo, 50's the man.
Yo,
50's the man.
50 comes out, everything is good. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yo, I can't wait to get backstage, really chop it up with everyone.
Yeah.
I see this motherfucker right here. The first thing Akash says to me is like, yo, Crody. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo. I see, of course, Alex, and I'm like, all right, cool. Everything is good. And my phone just starts to work a little bit. And Drake says to me, no, I asked Drake, I said, Drake, yo, because this is after Kendrick just dropped. I said, bro, you just need to give me the heads up of what's going to be what, because, you know, I got to make sure I'm at the right spot. And right now, I'm not in the right spot. And he says, yo, you got 30 minutes. Get on stream. And I'm like, this is the, I think 50's still on stage. And I'm like,
And to set the stage, Drake has told us he's dropping the nuke at this point.
Yes.
So he says, you got 30 minutes, I'm dropping the nuke.
Yo, I looked at everyone around me,
Yeah, I was there.
including my security, and I said, beeline for the door, get the driver outside. We're going back to Jersey. We might have to run tolls. We might have to drive the wrong way. Instantly, I get back to the crib, and I got back with about 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Loaded up. I obviously knew what the play was. Song drops. Just another historic night, man. Like this has been.
Did you get the song ahead of time?
No.
Okay. Does that ever happen?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to get this because it's about.
You want to react live to
Yes.
it. Yeah. And that's what people want to see.
You taint the reaction.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you a tidbit that I've never said before. So when the first song comes out, Push Ups, it got leaked on my Reddit, right? And I don't know how they got it. It was a very rough version, but that's when everyone's like, "Is it AI?"
Was
So I
that
hit
the
Drake.
Get Money beat?
Huh?
When it still had the Biggie beat on it?
Yes,
Okay.
the original. And I hit Drake, and I'm like, yo, Crody, like I did something. I was like, Crody, are we going? Like, is this it? You know, because everyone was saying, yo, who's gonna go first, him or Kendrick? And I think Drake was just getting like, he wanted to get it over with. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. But I really don't know how it really got leaked. But I asked him about it, and he said, he didn't give me a yes or no. He was just like, yo, could you get that taken down? That already told me. I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, I don't control my Reddit. And I'm like, well, I still gotta do my job, right? He's not really telling me if it's real or it's not. Fuck it, I'm gonna go on stream. Let's at least play around with some of these alternate versions of what this could be. I'm playing the song. You know, people they're kind of having this lukewarm response because it's a very unmixed, unfinished song. I look at my phone, say, stop playing that bullshit. Here's the real shit.
No, there you go.
I put the real shit on, and I don't know how people listen faster than me because I think we're all moving in seconds, but I get it almost damn near first. And I'm playing it, everyone in my chat, they're spamming, you're on the song. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I get to about like the end of the song, I hear the voice note from me, which is from my stream, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
That was your Madison Square Garden.
It was though. For me, like, you know, like I remember when every rapper has ever mentioned me.
Yeah.
I remember M even mentioned me. I was like, oh shit, Eminem is like mentioned.
Yeah.
When Drake used that clip, I was like, I'm immortalized.
That's it. That's it.
Because I remember back to back, Charlotte, like, yo,
Yeah.
you gonna make me buy bottles of
That's-
Charlotte?
yeah.
And I was just like,
One day.
That's what I thought the bigger cosign was 616 in LA. When they identify you as the ops, that's like
No. When both of them, when they
Yeah.
both mentioned me, the 616 in LA thing, which, okay, so now, you know, this whole thing is happening. Drake drops. And of course, I'm going to be honest with you, I really didn't think Kendrick was going to drop at all. Because like the word was just that, you know, even I've said popularly, I said he's good at making moments. He's not good at like disses. It's like seeing a guy and he's hitting like the speed bag and you're like, yo, this guy's a fighter, but you've never seen him fight. You really don't know. So it's like, let's go off you thinking I'm a great fighter rather than seeing how I move when the pressure is really on. And
You really didn't think he was going to drop? He's been calling for this.
no, not like I'm dropping back to back. I thought he was gonna respond maybe on his album, but in like a little tasteful way. Not like, okay, let's drop song for song. Let's do it now. So I know Drake was ready to do it now. So I started a countdown. I'm like, all right, let's see. And I honestly thought I was gonna go to like, yo, this is day 70, not responding. Day 17th came, he dropped Euphoria. I'm like fucking shocked. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're dropping songs back to back. And then I also started realizing something very unique. My stream is almost the place where the biggest, if you ask me, the biggest beef in hip hop history.
Yeah.
And musically, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously, you know, we don't, Big and Pac, and those had really serious dire ramifications. But just musically,
Yeah.
this is the most songs we've ever got.
Hip hop is bigger than it was 25 years ago.
The consumption is crazier.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm watching this and I'm like, this is all playing out where my stream is the town square.
You're the epicenter of it all. Yeah.
I'm the radio station. I'm not only the media, but I'm like the reflection and where the fans are coming to consume this for the first time. And I'm the premiere. You know how I know that? Push-ups drop. Next day. Actually, push-ups drops. The official. So I'm on a 10-hour, actually it might have been 12 hours live stream. I'm playing the leaked version.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I get the real version. So I'm like, fuck it. We got the real version now and there's an extra beat at the end. I'm playing that shit. I'm like, okay, this is dope. 2.5 hours later, which by the way, it shows how long I stream for. 2.5 hours later, Rick Ross's man hits me and I'm thinking he just wants to call into the stream. Shout out to my man, Sam Sneak. He said, Ack, hit me. It's important. It's urgent. I'm like, oh, okay, you probably just want to get on. I just want to ask him, like, why does Rick Ross not like Drake? Did Drake like steal his Wingstop? I said, what's going on? Yo, he calls into the stream. He's like, just check her phone. Ross goes into the studio, makes a diss song in 3 hours. They sent, I don't know how quickly they did everything. They sent it to me while I'm still on stream. They're like, premiere that. That happens. Also, simultaneously, the R&B, like, listen, I blame all this on Cat Williams. You know what I mean? Ever since he said that,
Yeah, truly. Truly. He was a catalyst for.
talk.
Yeah.
Then,
Because you saw it get, I really think you saw it could get rewarded.
Yes.
Cat has like 60 million views or whatever on that episode.
Yes.
We all want to see his new special that came out, I think, Saturday.
Yeah.
It kind of revived Cat in a way. So I think a lot of people like me who love being haters were like, oh, you could get rewarded for this. Whereas for 20 years before that, it was like, hey, if you got negative shit to say, everybody's going to look at you crazy. Just fall back. But I feel like if it's substantiated and you got it and it's logically sound, people will reward it. And I think 2024 has been like that for that reason.
And I'm in this moment of realizing this shift that's happened. I'm like, did Ross really just send me? Like, I know some people joke about the DJ on my name. They be like, yo, you're just Akademiks, bro. You haven't DJed in a while, which, to be fair, I haven't DJed in a long time. I used to do it back in college. But like, that's what the quintessential role of a DJ is, to premiere record. So I get that from Ross, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm kind of going through the moments here. Another song drops, and Quavo and Chris Brown, they're beefing too.
Yeah.
I almost call that an R&B beef, but it's not, because
R&B.
it was a rapper. You know what I mean? And Chris Brown goes crazy. By the way, it seems like everybody's fighting over girls, right?
Yeah.
They go crazy. Quavo calls me the next morning. Instantly, I'm thinking, because I've had a conversation with Quavo before, and I'm thinking he's mad at me for something I said on the stream, because I get pretty heated and passionate, and sometimes I say some shit, and I do try to get I'm not Schulz or anything, or Akash or anything, or Mark, but I try to get my little jokes off.
You're very funny. Very funny.
I get the call. Quavo says, yo, Ak, he's like, yo, you hyped up that Chris Brown song so crazy? So he said, why you doing me like that? I'm like, I'm just reacting to music, like new music is dropping.
Yeah.
Yo, he's like, you know I was gonna come back, right? I said, word? I said, good. He's like, yo, I got it, but I only want you to drop it.
Fire.
I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. So pretty much ever since then, and then every time after that, while I was on stream, Kendrick, and I have no communication with the team, Kendrick drops only when I'm on stream. He hasn't done a non-stream drop since Euphoria.
Interesting.
So they know.
He's dropped 5 songs.
So,
But you also stream
every
12
song-
hours a day. You're on stream a lot.
if you're never not on stream, he's gonna drop.
Son, you were on stream at 9:15 in the morning when he dropped Friday?
This Friday?
6:16 in LA. That's 9:16 in LA.
Yes.
That means,
Yes.
God damn, dude.
What were you doing?
No, I'll tell you why I was on stream. So the night before I'm on stream, and I ain't gonna lie, I was blitzed. Yeah. Like I was drunk. Like I got off stream early. Usually I do 6 hours. It's about like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
He said, I gotta go.
Yo, I started looking up, because you know me, like on my streams, like we do everything live. So we're Googling, we're doing things, we're getting lyrics, we're like trying to connect dots. And I remember I had like a cup of like tequila and I was mixing with orange juice. And sometimes I'll be turning up to music before while drinking. I don't know what happened. I might have drugged myself. I might have did it myself, my brother. You get what I'm saying? And what happened was like, I started looking up at the screen and the words were just, it was just like I was dyslexic. And usually when that happens, it's like, I'm clear.
Power down.
Yeah, I'm clairvoyant enough to know, hey, when you're talking, you have to think to talk. And
Yeah.
you usually talk for 10 hours without thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing words getting kind of mingled and
Yeah.
and I'm like, I gotta get off of here because the audience might not know the instant drop off.
Yeah.
But cerebrally, like, I'm dumb. Right?
It's only gonna get worse.
Not good. It's only gonna get worse. And I think I just like cut the stream off and I was like, I lost power. I didn't want to tell them.
But you did. Your brain did.
Yeah. So I'm feeling so guilty because at this point they're used to the 6 hours. They're like,
Right.
yo, what the fuck was that? 3 hours? You
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man.
That's so
Let
great.
me just
The
get sober.
internet started speculating why he just cut the
Oh,
live stream.
They're telling me that Drake is yo, Drake must have blah blah blah. Like told you again. No. So I'm like, because really I was about to break down Drake's lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I wake up, first thing I do, go feed my dogs, whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm on stream, early stream. As soon as I get on stream, I'm about to break down Drake's lyrics. And I have about like, it's almost like 100,000 people watching.
Whoa.
Yeah, in the morning. And I'm like getting to it, like I'm in like the first verse and everyone's like, yo, Kendrick drop. I'm like, I'm looking at the comments, I'm like, you guys are fucking trolls.
Wait, what are you streaming on?
I'm streaming on multiple platforms.
Twitter. It's
So I stream on 2 YouTube platforms.
And
Right.
it's a simultaneous stream.
Yes, you see that.
So if you're on Twitch, if you're on
We're about to start streaming on TikTok too. So
interesting. Got it.
for big moments, I get on X as well.
Yeah.
I don't because I don't know the monetization strategy yet fully for X, but you know,
It's more about eyeballs at this
Yes.
point. Like let's create, but you can have
100%.
one single stream
Yeah.
that disseminates to all these different
yeah,
platforms.
just on YouTube, we almost within 2 channels, I'll have one with like 80,000 and then the other with 30,000.
Wow.
Rumble will have about like 35 or 25.
Dude, at one
whatever.
point,
and then
as
Twitch.
X had like an 800,000.
Yeah, and then the reach on X is like
Insane.
I don't like, you know, I have some theories about like my Twitter is like it's like it has steroids right now.
Yeah, Elon yes.
Yeah, like shit. Elon responded to Elon responded to like the last stream was like, yo, this is what we're tapped into. Like he literally I go live, it sends out a tweet when you go live on X, and he goes in the comments and says, this is what everyone cares about right now.
Wow. Elon is African, bro. Shout out to Elon, dude. That's fire.
I don't know how he has time for like.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't even listened to all the diss tracks. How is Elon tapping into your stream?
Well,
Go make a car.
I know, son.
The fuck you listen to rap beat for?
I know.
I see my first Cybertruck
This
today.
guy.
I see my very first Cybertruck today. I've never seen one of them shits.
They're kinda
in
cool,
person.
right?
Yeah, they look cool. But yeah, to see that level, I was like, this is like such a commercially viable and accessible rap beef, but it's
Okay.
benefiting so many people.
All right, let's talk about. I want to know your thoughts on who is up right now and all this other stuff. But first of all, like the way that the media has played a part in this rap beef is really interesting to me, because it's rappers openly using media to promote the songs, whereas back in the day, I don't know if there's a conversation where this person's hitting up DJ Clue and saying, yo, can you play this at this time? And then, like, I don't know if it was as open. This is open.
I'm sure it was, but yeah.
It's always been like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so break that down.
If we go back in time, you know, Charlemagne getting mentioned is literally because Charlemagne was on a rival station going and Flex was premiering diss songs to Drake. So how do you kind of
Take
like
a shot at Flex.
Yeah, this is why he's like, yo, I'm gonna tell Clue drop a bomb on him. That's Flex's thing. Clue's on the other radio station. So it's like trying to take the power and the influence, because everyone used to be tuned to that box, which was the radio, and listen to Flex. Like when, like there's a notorious moment in hip hop when Flex premieres Otis, which is a song by Kanye, Jay-Z, and he played it like 89 times.
Yeah,
but that made the record. Him premiering I Get Money made that record. That was the influence that, and that's what my argument is, that media's always had this. These artists know that it's not necessarily about premiering the song, because these artists now have the platform, and these songs are gonna do what they're gonna do. It's like, how do you get to kind of influence the narrative? I've always told people way back, even from the 6ix9ine era, I said, listen, I tell every artist this. I remember having this conversation with Cardi B. You can't fight media. You should, as an artist, you need to
Befriend
utilize
them, yeah, utilize them, yeah.
You need to, again, notoriously, I forgot the famous quote, but it's like, if one story that could be completely career ending, if you have a little bit of influence or relationship with that media outlet, it's just seen as a mistake rather than this is like this maniacal, intentional thing that makes you
because
like an
the
asshole,
media
right?
is so prolific at like creating narratives and storylines and then pushing that information on the people. Whereas like the rapper can do it and they can address it, but the media is just nonstop. And then other people are picking up what you're saying and there are blog accounts picking up what other blog accounts have picked up from what you're saying.
Yeah.
And if there is a cohesive effort, for example, like you, Graham Wizard, Keep Six Solid, like if you guys are all Team Drake and pushing out same information, and that's what my feed is, I'm like, well, they gotta be right. All these different things. Now, here's my question though. Let me just ask it. Once everybody knows that you guys are Team Drake, does that make us look at information that is critical of the opposition differently? For example, if I see a Fox News headline talking about some liberal politician, I immediately go, well, of course they're going to trash that person, so I might need to look into this story to see if there's truth there. Do you understand? Like,
yeah.
Does it discredit the criticism of the other side once we know that you guys have an allegiance?
It does once that doesn't align with what the public thinks.
Expand on that.
Like, for example, I came out and I said, hey, listen, if I don't think, by the way, this back and forth is done, but if I had to score it in this cross section of time, I got Kendrick slightly up.
So now the audience goes, okay, he's being honest.
Yeah, right. If I'm just saying
Drake,
Drake is body
knocked him out, then everybody goes, oh, he's biased.
Oh, this is a lie. You get what I mean?
So you feel in order to maintain your credibility with the audience, you have to review things as they are, even though you're openly a fan of. It's almost like there's certain people for like with Barstool, for example, they might be a big fan of the Patriots or a big fan of the Celtics, but if they're playing like shit, they have to acknowledge that they're not playing up to the standard, or else the audience starts to go, oh, you just say they're good no matter
100%.
what, I can't trust you.
100%.
Got it. So you still feel a need to go, this is where I see it.
100%. Like, so I'm what we do, even though, like on my stream, like we're breaking down these, attacks at each other, these allegations. And, it would be very convenient to be like, well, we'll just keep breaking down the things that would make this person look whatever type of way.
But you feel responsibility.
No, you have to, right? So like, even though he's saying certain things about Drake, it's like, you gotta look into them, right? You have to, like, everything is, and that's the thing about a stream. They can tell when you're hiding something, right? Like, hey, there's a popular video that's recapping maybe like some grooming allegations by Drake. If you don't go watch that and you're watching everything for 10 hours, my guy.
Call you out.
Of course. They're like, so again,
what do you think about this? Honestly, I think the grooming thing is bullshit. And I think it's really, and again, I don't know enough about it, but I find it very hard to believe that somebody that is that famous would be open about doing that if those were his intentions.
Hey, let me tell you this.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
And also, like, that label, even the accusation, like, think about what the accusation is, right? If somebody goes, yo, you're a pedophile, even if someone accused, I don't even want to say Alex, like, even if someone accused Miles, even if someone accused Miles of being a pedophile, knowing that he was accused, you would never let him babysit your kid, even though you know he's innocent. Just the fact that there was an accusation, you'd be like, I don't even... Like, it's such a fucking, scarlet letter, even the accusation.
I think this is going to alter Drake's career for the rest of his life. I think he's going to have to move different and be cognizant. The other day he was seen with Lotto's little sister. She was 21, but still some people were like, why are you with young girls, right? And I think he's going to always take that into accountability. Now, I think, on either this album, maybe it was Certified Lover Boy, like he was rapping about like she was 21, or like he's name dropping or age dropping the girls, and they're like, cool song. And if we remove you from all the lyrics, but if we're thinking, like he has a song called like TSU, and it's like, yo, why is a 37-year-old guy rapping about a college campus. Like, you know what I mean?
You seen the
And-
video of the girl being like, Drake hit me up. He saw me he was a fan of high school girls basketball, and then he hit me and it's like,
I'm gonna be honest.
why are you a
with
fan of any women's basketball?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is just me personally.
You know what I mean?
This is me personally. I've
They
never,
can't even lay up with their offhand, probably.
I've never met Drake personally. I can't tell what he's into and what he's not into. I can only tell what I've seen publicly, right? And I've seen the girls that he's allegedly romantically involved with. That's a different conversation than if we're going down this, like, because the thing is, if you accuse somebody of being a pedophile, you're accusing them of like in prepubescent teens, right? Like if Drake is just,
Well, they could be post-pubescent teens, under
okay,
18.
all right. Let me ask, do you think
Yeah, we
Leon-
don't divide them up.
Okay,
Yeah, what is
you,
it?
no, no, no,
You
no.
guys
I
made
hate
it
it when
11.
people do that. Like technically
No,
from
no, no,
13
no.
or whatever.
I
It's
will.
no.
I don't think there's allegations.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't think there's any allegations I know of.
Now you're looking biased. Now you're looking a pedophile is from the age 3
No,
to
no,
11.
no. That's not R. Kelly shit. It's like, when you say teenager, what is going on? Hey, no. I guess what I'm saying is that
I think it's bullshit. I'll be honest. I think it's bullshit.
we only see Drake, right? We only see Drake with women who are legal, right? Now, say like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like people like, yo, he only dates girls from like 20 to 25.
Yeah.
And he's like 50. Is that just weird? Is that creepy? Or is that like,
No,
or you're like,
here's an important distinction. It's legal.
oh, no, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's kind of the same thing with Drake. Like we've never heard that Drake dated. Like,
Exactly. That's why it's bullshit. I mean, it's a great assault. Like, if you really want to just make someone radioactive and assassinate their character, it's a great thing to say. Because the second you go, I'm not a pedophile, people are like, I don't know now. You don't even want to defend yourself in the accusation.
No, you're right.
But this idea that, like, a guy who's 37 or whatever can't fuck a 20-year-old girl, get the fuck out of here. Like, at some point, they're women.
No.
At 20 years old, they go to
let's say
war.
21. Let's say 21.
Bro.
We don't need to drink.
At 18 or 19, they're going to war. They're driving a drone.
Yeah, they got OnlyFans.
They got OnlyFans. Like, no, dead ass.
That's the first thing.
It's like all these people that are like, oh my God, how dare you have sex with a 21-year-old girl? Who you think you jerking off to, weirdo?
Yo.
When you go watch porno, you're not going, well, is this girl 25 years old? Every one of them bitches is fucking 19 or 20 years old.
No, I only
And
watch
there's
granny
a-
porn for that
Yo,
reason.
in reality, so I'm with you, right? And that's why.
What I'm saying is stop. What they're trying to do is move the goalpost. You know what's weird? Underage girls, that's weird. You should be in prison. That's not even like joke around about shit. That's like, if that is even like, that is jail. Like, take the nuts away.
And that's why I
But
said,
20-year-old
I don't know.
girls, what are we talking about here?
No,
Like when Leonardo DiCaprio is banging these 20-year-old girls, it's like, he's not banging 20-year-old girls. He's banging supermodels that happen to be 20. His first thing is supermodel,
long
and
as
they're
we-
20.
I'm curious,
I'm gonna
but
be
do you
honest
think
with
it's a little weird? Because I know you saw the video about the grooming stuff. Like, of course, when you just compile every single story and put it back to back to back,
Yeah.
it's gonna.
That's it. You
Look a
can
little
make
weird.
anybody. They did this shit with the guy who directed Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is why this why shit fucked up. You remember the guy? Was that his name? What's the director's name? Al?
Gun.
Yeah. James Gunn.
Gunn.
And it got him kicked out of fucking Marvel. And what they basically did, this is during like cancel culture. He had a bunch of like pedophile jokes, and he was like making these like dark, twisted jokes about like something about like having sex with kids or something like that. But they're like obviously fucking jokes. And what someone did is they collected all of them
On
from
compiled.
different years in his life and put them on one page. And when you have 10 different things from different years in your life, they're on one page, you're like, oh, that motherfucker is a creep. And they fired his ass.
Yeah, so now if you're in a battle with somebody and you can compile all these 10 different things and put it in a battle, and make
No,
rhyme
so
and
there's
sound
two
good.
things going on. One is it an effective strategy? Incredibly effective. The other thing is it indicative of that person having a problem? Which I'm saying is no. I think it's incredibly effective from Kendrick, but does it make that person a pedophile? No. Is James Gunn a pedophile? No. That's why he's now working and he fucking runs DC, and they actually brought him back to do the Last Guardians.
You know what's a little odd? Like a lot of these guys who used to be frequent collaborators and used to party with him, they're kind of they're either same, like even like Rick Ross. I know they're not seeing eye to eye right now, but it's like if me and you used to party and have a bunch of girls around us, if later on I'm like, you like kids, that makes me look kind of crazy too.
So exactly, it's like, oh, so you was cool with him when everything was going on. It's the same shit with Diddy. It's like,
No. We can't just throw Diddy and Drake in the same pot.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, hey,
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yo, I seen a video today.
I was more saying people are quiet about Diddy,
Yo.
but they're loud about Drake.
No.
But it's like, y'all been to Diddy parties.
No,
and now I don't see you
seen a
saying
video
shit
today
about.
that fucked me up a little bit.
What was it?
Just because it now gets me to think, is there something I don't know?
About whom?
Well, not necessarily Drake, but like, so he's your peer. Shane
Gillis.
Yes, he has
Yes,
a podcast.
hilarious. Yes.
There's a clip.
New show out on Netflix, Tires. Go watch
Oh
Tires.
yeah, the premiere was doing it.
There's a
think, yeah,
2019. I guess he does a podcast. 2019. Him and his guy, who's his co-host, I guess, are on the podcast, and he randomly comes out. You know, Aaron already dug it up. Randomly in 2019, he comes out. They're talking about Epstein, then R. Kelly, and he says, I'm gonna just say this right now. In 5 years, they're getting Drake. And like he kind of like, it's not even like a joke where it's like, he starts to kind of, he's like, yo, that's the word out about this guy. And that made me a little bit uneasy because I was like,
Because the two white guys from rural Pennsylvania.
No,
might
I was
know
just like,
something
yo,
about
I was like,
hip-hop that you don't know?
No. I
This
was
is the thing about narratives. It's like, you know how far you got to grasp at straws?
Well, that's what people dug up.
For
That
the
to me was a
two
little
whitest human beings on the planet to tell you something about a hip-hop star that you speak to regularly?
Yeah, but I don't know these people's personal lives. I really wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know what they're into sexually. I wouldn't know.
You know, it's so
I
funny.
don't.
This is hilarious. Anytime white people talk about hip-hop, it's stay out of our culture. The second they start calling Drake a pedophile, they're like, yo, they might be on to something, yo.
No.
They might know some
I'm
shit
not
we
saying
don't know, yo.
I'm not. I definitely am not saying I
I
believe
think you
it.
team OVO, bro.
No, I am Team OVO.
I mean, Team XO. There's so many motherfucking acronyms or whatever.
OVO.
I think you Team XO.
Yo,
TDE.
Me
TDE.
personally,
TDE.
which
No, XO too.
Yeah.
yo, me
Ancillary.
personally, and I think this is probably the dangers of kind of like probably navigating the game like how Drake has done to get to the top, is that I don't think Drake necessarily is following to your point, a high school female basketball player for some weird shit. I don't. What I do think is that Drake knows how to stay next to the heat. I guarantee he follows Speed, who's a 16. He's probably 18 now. But when we start popping off, he's a 16-year-old
Yeah,
streamer.
of course.
He's probably DMing him stuff. Like, you got to realize, like, Drake realizes his,
He's smart.
lifespan also requires him to be current, staying next to other people who are affecting culture in that generation.
Putting them on.
And the only thing that, again, we've never seen a sexual message. Like, it's one thing if he's like, yo,
Exactly.
yo,
Yeah.
send me a nude. Like,
Yeah.
like
Nah,
that'd
he'd
be
be outta
different.
here.
You know what I mean?
He'd be
Like,
outta here.
if that's was the if the interactions were that, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's crazy. But just because he's gonna follow, if a child star gets 30 million followers right now, he's gonna follow that person. Yo, you're great. Yo, you're great. Oh, come to one of my shows. Like, I'm pretty sure he's not like, yo, come to the after party and then the Diddy party. We about to do
But the
no.
fact that we're having this discussion is why it's so effective.
Has anyone accused him? Has anyone come out and been like,
Never.
No.
All the women have actually came out to say, yo, when I took a picture with them, nothing happened. That was
Yeah.
the only interaction. Nothing else ever happened. There's
He's
no
too
shit.
shrewd. Like, I can't, someone who has navigated the game this well to be where he is, I can't imagine him just fucking up in the fucking DMs or something like that. It's like,
Hey.
get out of here. Now, him having a daughter on the side, if you already got one, it's possible to have another. Like, to me, that even if it's bullshit, it's more believable than this other thing.
And by the way, I feel what's happening to Drake is kind of the inevitability of like that quote unquote, and this is why it's so opposite of what's going on with Kendrick. It's like the Fresh and Fit thing, where it's like, yo, I'm just fucking a bunch of chicks. Like, if Drake still isn't dating a new chick every 2 weeks, this doesn't happen, right? Like, if Drake had settled down and like literally isn't doing the things, which by the way help furthers his career. I'm always gonna be with a new hot chick. I'm courtside every game. I'm popping out like the biggest artist should. He probably doesn't have these type of things. This is why the battle with him and Kendrick is a little bit unfair, right? Kendrick's a really boring guy that stays home with his wife.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick so I can help you make the biggest no-brainer decision you're ever going to make. If you're looking to have some nice alcoholic beverages in the comfort of your own home, have it delivered to you with DoorDash. Obviously, you use DoorDash to get food delivered to you, so just take the next logical step. Have alcohol delivered to you. Don't drive there. Don't pick it up. Maybe you've already had a couple drinks. Be safe. Have the alcohol delivered to you. The alcohol selection on DoorDash is top shelf. Beer, wine, mixers, mocktails, and more. Mocktails for your boy can be delivered straight to your door. Thousands of stores all over the country, so you'll probably find what you're looking for and more. So whether you want to have alcohol delivered to your home or even send someone else a nice bottle as a gift, using DoorDash is a no-brainer. So get your drinks in hand without lifting a finger with DoorDash. And use the code FLAGRANT to get 25% off up to $15 value when you spend $35 or more on drinks through DoorDash. For eligible customers only, terms apply. Must be 21 plus to order alcohol. Drink responsibly, please. Don't be like my dad. Delivery and promotions available only in select markets. All right, guys, we got to take a break real quick because we need to talk about Montages. First of all, this right here, creatine monohydrate. This is the gold standard in creatine supplementation. Everything at Montages is NSF certified, which means it contains no banned substances, no toxic contaminants, no heavy metals, no pesticides. What you see on the label is exactly what you get. There's no bullshit. And it's backed by Dr. Big Dick Andrew Huberman. That's his official title, Dr. Big Dick Andrew Huberman. Not Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's Dr. Big Dick, and his name happens to be Andrew Huberman. So, get on this creatine, guys. I'm going to get on it. Mark is on it. You see how great Mark looks. Creatine's benefits for athletic performance are innumerable. Everybody tells you to take it. Increase lean muscle development, increase strength and power, enhance recovery and rehabilitation, enhanced injury prevention, and it's got cognitive benefits. That's probably why Dr. Big Dick Andrew Huberman is still so smart, even with all the blood flowing to that massive cock of his. So, guys, you can get creatine monohydrate, supplements to help you sleep, grass-fed whey protein isolate. You can get all kinds of fantastic NSF-certified research supplements at Montages. And Montages is offering listeners of Flagrant up to 36% off your first subscription order. Why is it such a random number? Maybe it's not that random. Maybe you're a Wu-Tang fan and you understand how important number 36 is. These guys are fucking nerds, man. They don't do anything for no reason. Up to 36% off your first subscription order. And if you don't want to subscribe, you can still get 20% off creatine, protein, and all my favorite products. All of our favorite products. Go to livemomentus.com/flagrant and use the code FLAGRANT at checkout. Shouts to Big Dick Cubes. Let's get back to the show.
Only miscalculation in this entire thing for me, for Drake, was to actually give Kendrick a whole song. With all due respect to the musical genius and talent that is Kendrick, and again, I'm a casual, no one gives a fuck about him.
Nah.
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't know his hobbies. I don't know his interests. I don't know if he plays hockey with his friends. I don't know if he's in a poker tournament. I don't know anything about Kendrick. Coming from somebody who just did a roast, the most effective way to roast people, like, I didn't talk about the comedians almost at all because nobody knows them compared to the athletes are there. I'm just shooting at the athletes and the famous people there. I wish I knew Kim was there because she's the most famous person in the room. That joke's gonna go crazy. Everybody knows every detail about Drake. We know where he vacations. We know what his best friends are. We know if he's had plastic fucking surgery.
Yeah.
We know every single
But
thing.
that's what Act just said, because Drake be outside. Kendrick's inside. It's not that people don't care. It's just that he doesn't give people anything to go off of. He's a private person.
We're meant to.
My whole point was that Drake's lifestyle has created this.
My point,
right? Like
yeah.
no one is
Sure,
at this
sure.
point. Like Rihanna disappeared.
Sure.
Jay-Z at this point was like so secluded.
But
Drake is still living like the 25-year-old.
But hold
I
on.
just got famous.
Hold on. The separation that I would say is Kendrick is known for his music and only his music.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is known for the personality and celebrity that is Drake
Yes.
and his music.
Mm-hmm.
And the personality and celebrity that is Drake allows you to take so many more shots in this battle.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more information that's out there. Drake got to explain to us shit about Kendrick that he's making fun of.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like I kind of lost interest in the battle because like I don't know enough about Kendrick. Like I think he's very
I got like
talented.
Google his wife. Like, wait, they're not living together. Where do they even live?
He has
yo?
a wife. I don't. He has a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
To your
Like,
point,
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never
who's
seen
Dave Free?
I
don't even know the people that you making fun of him for. You gotta give me a Wikipedia of this guy before you battle him.
Well, here's the thing too, though. I argue So if we're looking at levels in popularity, I would have Kendrick. In music, they're close.
Get out of here.
No, in music. No, music-wise, they're
you're
close.
you're too close. You're too close.
No.
That's his point. He's saying in music.
No. In music, they're close. Just in the world, they're not.
You're saying in terms of music popularity or
in the musical world.
ability?
No,
in the music world.
Music popular. Listen, if
define popularity, because
I'll view that on consumption. So if Drake drops,
do you think Drake and Kendrick have been consumed the same amount?
In close amounts, Drake's still more popular, but Kendrick was never that far behind.
I don't think it's in the same stratosphere.
I mean, the numbers are there. Like
You're a cash.
But
the numbers are there.
But no. But like
Drake drops way more, so of course he's going to
like
stream
even
a lot
now,
higher.
even now,
I don't think Kendrick can do the tour
okay.
that Drake has done internationally.
Oh, okay. You answer this
I don't
question.
think
then.
Kendrick has an international draw like Drake does. I don't even think it's close.
Okay, well, you answer this question now.
But no, real quick, let's just address that because what you're talking about is popularity, right?
No, I would say music.
in the music.
In
Just
music
specific work.
consumption, when Kendrick drops an album
Yeah.
and Drake drops an album, if it's 100 people that are gonna go check out Drake, 75 to 80 will also check out Kendrick, and that's just the reality of just music.
Well, let's get data on this.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kendrick Lamar, he is the second most consumed person. We can't act like this is some bum. You know, like
again, I'm
Drake
not
is
saying
wildly
that.
more popular.
Yeah.
And by the way, Drake knew this coming into it. You have more to lose than to gain.
So it seemed close. So Kendrick outsold Drake in the last tour, and then Drake's most recent tour outsold Kendrick. So it seems like it's the two of them going back and
But
forth
he
as
said
far as
Drake
rap.
outsold Kendrick Lamar in just 30 of the 72 shows he did this year.
Yeah, but then the year before that, Kendrick outsold Drake. So this tour is huge for Drake. So the point is, he's saying Drake is bigger, but it's not a crazy gap, which seems to stand by
music.
every metric.
Just only within music.
So this grossed 129 million, and I think Kendrick's was 110 million. So it was relatively close.
like
That's
again,
way closer than I thought.
when Drake comes to New York, well, shit, he's been on a tour run. Like he did New York venues probably about 6-7 times, and
Yeah,
Kendrick did about 3 or 4. Right?
Yeah.
Again, definitely way more, but
It's twice as much.
well, we're still in the same punching league. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Twice as much is not to me. I mean, if
Compared to other acts in hip hop, yes, you're sizably bigger than me, but I'm still in the same realm. I'm still in that same realm, which matters. Which that's what's gonna force Drake to respond, right?
Right.
Hey, you have literally the number 2 guy calling you out. Now, I do agree with you to some point where he didn't necessarily have to drop a standalone diss song. He could have just said, hey, I'm gonna wait, just like how you dropped a diss to me on a hit song like that.
Yeah.
Next time I'm on a DJ Khaled song, I'm gonna diss the shit out of you.
exactly,
Right?
I don't think
it
that would
only
work.
benefits him. It only benefits
no,
Kendrick.
Because
Why not?
Drake, people say Drake took the L with Pusha because he didn't respond. If
But-
Kendrick made a whole song, a 6.5 minute
No,
song.
you would have to do that.
It-
Like that was not that. Like that was a feature.
No, I know. But then Kendrick dropped.
No, Kendrick only dropped after Drake.
Oh, you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you don't think Drake should have dropped at all, responded to like that at all?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he should have done it in a song, not given Kendrick.
He should have gone verse for verse.
But he did. He did Pusha. And he shot at
No,
everybody.
he's saying, oh, that's
It wasn't
true.
just the Drake.
Yeah, but
That's
it's a
true.
standalone diss.
It's
It's
a
not even
standalone
meant to
diss.
be a single. I think this proved to me that Drake is completely done with he's completely done with rap battles. He can't do it anymore. And it's not because of ability, but because of where he is. You see, what's happening now, and I was talking about even the numbers, Kendrick Lamar's numbers, like he's about to go number 1 next week with the new song he just dropped at Drake. He's going number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
And you're gonna give this guy his first number 1 of his number 1 solo record of his whole career.
Yeah.
Because you would engage with him. 2 things is happening.
Kendrick has never had a number 1 record in
a solo.
He's never had a number 1 solo record,
Yeah.
and you're saying that he's on the same level as Drake. You guys are saying that.
He's
still?
had number 1 records. It just hasn't been a solo record.
But I'm saying, are you making the argument that
Yeah.
someone who's never had a number 1 solo record is on the same level in music popularity as Drake? Is that the argument you guys are standing on tonight?
Well, Drake has a handful.
I just want to know if we're lying today.
Well,
Are we gonna lie?
well,
to each
Drake
other?
has a handful
Are we
of
just going to
solo.
sit on the couches and lie to each
Well,
other?
compare. Hold on.
Funsies?
Hold on.
Do
Compare.
we lie for funsies, or
No,
do
no,
we
no,
just
no.
acknowledge the reality? What did we do?
Drake has a handful of solo records that became number one, but not as much as you might think.
Like, a lot of his are also features, or someone else is on the song as well.
We have to be realistic. This is not like, this is not Big Taylor, okay?
What I'm saying is it took Drake for Kendrick to get his first number one.
By the way, up until Hotline
Think
Bling.
about that.
No, it wasn't even
It's not
Hotline
a
Bling.
feature, but it is.
It wasn't Hotline Bling because I think that went number 2. Or maybe Drake never had a number 1 as a lead artist for a while. Like, I remember when he wrote that long ass paragraph, and at that time, everyone thought not only was he the biggest in the culture, they thought he was one of the biggest in the world. But obviously, things changed in how.
Keep in mind, I'm not talking about the culture.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just the world. I think Drake is more accessible. The things that he's rapping about are more accessible internationally than the things Kendrick are rapping about. And because of that, he'll have more success internationally, and then those numbers will just be bigger. Like if Kendrick is talking about like personal, experiential, cultural trauma that exists in the black community in America, what is some fucking Swedish guy gonna listen to that and like?
Yeah, but you're also using a
on?
metric that no one cares about, right? Like you see, like when we report sales and like, as a media page reports sales, we don't care about anything but U.S. sales. There's a global sales, which obviously goes to, it's still money, like you're still getting paid from that data. But usually it's what happens in the U.S. kind of goes into the rest of the world. Of course, certain artists don't focus on those markets, right? Drake is huge internationally compared to any of these guys by like a landslide.
Same with Taylor Swift. Same with all superstars.
But the conversation
You can't name a superstar that's not huge internationally.
But the conversation that Drake wants to affect is the one that happens usually stateside. And that's why he has to compete.
What I'm saying is that's the miscalculation, in my opinion. I think that he was yearning for that approval.
It's a legacy thing.
I think it's insecurity. I think it's like he wanted that validation. And it's just
it's being an MC. Every rapper that's always held that throne of not being the biggest rapper, but being the best rapper has always not only, that's one of the things, it's like, well, I'm going to trivialize a little bit by saying LeBron in the dunk contest. Like people were saying about Kendrick, we never seen you in a battle. And every guy who was supposedly the top guy, we've seen him battle tested. Now Drake is already battle tested. Sure, he lost to Pusha T, but we've seen him win many others, right? He could have ducked this one, but people also were watching and say, hey, don't tell me you handled Meek Mill when you knew you could body him. Pusha T, you didn't finish that one. And the guy we really thought could beat you, it's like the Floyd argument when they thought he was ducking certain people. So, yes, that's where the ego comes in, but the MC comes in as well. Let's go toe-to-toe. Now, if I'm Drake, and I think this goes back to the point I was saying earlier, he no longer could do these because what we've realized in this battle is that I told people that Drake was an underdog, and that was asinine for a lot of people. They're like, yo, he's the most popular rapper. And I'm like, let me say this. There is a group of people that have came together. These are the neutrals. That they've came together and they're tired of the king reigning. They've came to see a beheading. They've came to see
this is what
a
humans
new
do.
king.
Humans do not like
all
to
this aside.
Let me just get this point out. Humans oftentimes resent success. It happened with Michael Jordan. We all saw it. I saw it as a Knicks fan. I was like, fuck Michael Jordan. He was beating my team all the time. He's not as good as Magic Johnson. He's not as good as Larry Bird. I wasn't even fucking alive when Magic and Larry were playing. I just needed somebody else. People said this about Michael Jackson. They're like, no, Prince. This, to me, is closest to Michael Jackson and Prince, in my opinion. Prince was incredibly talented, amazing musician, played all the instruments. He is nowhere near Michael Jackson in terms of his success as an artist, but people needed an alternative. This is what happens when Karl Malone won the MVP. It was just exhaustion of Jordan being so great and so amazing. So what you need is you basically have this other person that you turn to. That's not to say that Karl wasn't amazing. It's not to say that Prince was amazing. It's not to say that Kendrick isn't one of the most prolific artists that's ever existed. It's not discrediting them all. But in terms of like where Drake is in the world, people are going to look in other directions because humans naturally, we resent the success. And I think we inflate sometimes other people that are not, maybe we overinflate some people because of that resentment for the success.
Well, that's why I got led to this next point, which I've continually said. I said, listen, the rules aren't the same for both artists. When Kendrick drops Like That was a response to a song called First Versus Shooter. He drops Like That. Drake has never ducked a battle. He's always been there, right? Everyone's like, it's been like 2 weeks. Drake didn't say anything. You know, everyone says he's scared. this is what I'm saying, changing the rules. Okay, Drake drops. It's 2 weeks now. We're waiting for Kendrick. Yo, chill out. Yo, he just takes a while to cook. Like, what people think about both artists doing the same thing, just taking time to create music.
I thought Kendrick was ducking, and I was annoyed at Kendrick. And I'm a Drake hater, but I'm also not like a Kendrick slurper.
But also, look at Kendrick put blatant lies on some of the records.
Didn't Drake too?
Yes.
Well,
Drake started it.
Yeah, we got to be honest.
Yeah, that's
hold
the
on.
other thing that's biased. I feel it's like
I'm not sure if Drake started.
the K free shit.
Yeah, that came afterwards. That came after the whole you have a kid.
Oh, okay. So what was the first? So every
No, push-ups. He takes a
Alludes
subtle
to
jab.
his
oh yeah,
bodyguards.
Whitney and the
Whitney's
bodyguard.
bodyguard.
No, that's a play off words. There's
Come
actual
on, bro.
movie called
Stop
Act.
it.
You said,
Stop it.
No. That's him.
I didn't know you compromised.
No.
Oh,
No.
I really didn't know that you compromised.
No.
You compromised, bro.
But Dave Free's not a bodyguard. He wanted to just. That's what Drake does. When Drake's getting at an opponent, he always. I think people figured him out by now. Hey, you're gonna get at my love interest, and I think he instantly went there. This is exactly what he did to Pusha T when Pusha T revealed that he had a son. He said, "Listen, it says something ring like Virginia
That was
Williams."
again before.
That was his wife.
That was again before.
Okay,
Story
but,
about
but
it.
he didn't mention anything messy like, "Yo, your general manager is fucking your."
I mean,
your
define
wife.
messy. He's talking
Yeah.
about someone's.
No.
Yeah.
No, but that wasn't.
Both of them kept
He
their
didn't
wives.
make an allegation at that point. That's what I'm trying to say.
And this is what
he
we
just
also
mentioned. He just
but
mentioned.
this is
the
what we
name.
said earlier. We were talking about the roast and mentioning like Tom Brady's kids, and nobody mentioned his kids because these are people that are off camera. When you take people that are off camera, they're out of the pub. Push Kendrick, keep their wives out of it. They don't put them in the public. You put their name in there. Don't be like, whoa, where's this coming from? How dare you speak on my family? But you mentioned my family's name
That's it.
in a battle. You mentioned my family's name negatively. It's not positive. You're not saying, hey, all respect to her, I just don't like you.
You mention innocence. You mention civilians. Once you mention civilians, you opening that up. You can't be upset when your civilians
No,
start
I
getting
agree, and that's why I think Drake coming out of the Pusha T battle. I think he said to himself, I wasn't comfortable with the fact that my family got exposed and the fact that I had a kid got exposed, and my response would have went somewhere else. So I'm gonna bow out of this one. And I think him coming in, if you listen to the energy on push-ups, he even says at the end, which even though it's a play on words, he's like, I'm trying to keep it PG, but he's basically almost hinting like, I'm down to really get kind of in the mud with you. Before I wasn't with Pusha T. The only thing is, I don't think there's ever a response for someone saying, you fuck kids. Like, it's either two things. If you don't ignore it, it's the elephant in the room. If you respond to it, they're like, wait, about that, then they come up with all these loose narratives.
Let's do this. You're right. I'll concede that point. I'll say that, yeah, it's fucked up. You can paint that narrative. Let's say all allegations are false on both sides. Who's winning this battle? It's still Kendrick.
No.
Like that is bonkers.
No. I do like this Not Like Us record.
Right? Not Like Us, I mean.
Yeah, I like this record, but I'm going to be honest with you. The majority of this battle, before we got to this, was Kendrick Lamar sitting back and saying, I'm going to pick you apart as a man. The very fabric of what you portray to be, you're a whole fraud. You've stolen culture. You're a bad parent. You've made the same mistakes and you won't live up to responsibility. These are things that, like, he was almost picking at the fabric of Drake, and you're looking at him like, damn, maybe this guy's a fraud. So now if it's just completely lies that you were...
Can't like Drake anymore, man. I really liked him because he was a good dad. That's why I got into Drake. Because he's such a good father.
He's a family man.
That's why I've been listening to him for 20 years.
To me, that's
what
a Corey
great
angle,
family man he is.
But
he fucks bitches.
Yeah.
Are you still fucking bitches and writing bars about it?
Well,
do you still go on the yacht in
I'll
Turks?
tell you this, though.
It's
Culturally,
aspirational living.
Culturally, and this is what Kendrick has, like, on his side.
I know you're not going to say culturally that's what they were into.
No. What? Yo, hey, as soon as he evoked, like, yo, check this out. This is what's authentic to hip hop. And this guy, I'm going to paint him as, yo, he ran into Future when he needed the clubs. He ran into this guy when he needed lingo. He ran into this guy when
That
he
was
needed the
crazy.
streets.
Yeah.
That then will make because hip hop is still about authenticity to a certain extent. And I think that's where Kendrick also, Drake, someone said this and I agree with him. Drake probably should have kept yo, I'm gonna just give you hit songs the whole way. Let me not try to get into this whole
Hip hop is not about authenticity anymore. Hip hop is who's the best liar. Yes.
It's
Stop
not
it.
really, man.
Who's the authentic one?
Hey, why most people are
NBA
rocking.
Youngboy is rapping about killing people while he lives in a mountain.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here
but
about authenticity. Like, what are we talking about
but they
here?
still feel like that's authentic to a lifestyle that he subscribes to because when he came in the game, he had a suspended 10-year sentence for shooting somebody in the neck.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For doing a drive. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is the type of guy that would do that, right?
Yeah.
Their authenticity still matters. And I'm telling you, the reason why Kendrick is just like an impossible opponent, unless you prove that all this pro-black shit he's been doing is fake and fraud, like, you know what I mean?
Even then, nobody cares. Like,
Yeah, but
Nah,
it's just,
they would.
They would.
They would instantly switch up.
telling you.
That's the only way. If you had a recording of him saying, "Man, fuck all this Black Lives Matter shit and all these niggas getting killed by cops," I'm just trying to get a song on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, it's,
yeah, that would.
where
that
are
would
you going, where you gonna get that recording though?
shit.
I
the
think
same
if he
place
didn't-
planted the suitcase. I don't know.
If he didn't expose it himself on Steppers about him sleeping with white women, if Drake was the one to expose that,
yeah,
Drake
that
would have
be
won.
good.
Do you think
That's some
Andrew-
Dr.
that
Umar
would
shit.
have been.
Oh man, that would have been good.
That alone would have been the dagger that.
Do you think
feels-
Kendrick dropped that knowing at some point I'm gonna go at it with this guy and that's
So I
gonna
need
get
to clean
exposed?
out the closet?
Let me get out in front of it.
Could be.
Which would
could
be fucking
Or
smart.
he just wanted his
Buddy,
444.
Not
This was
Like
his
Us
444.
is the song of the summer. LA is back. I don't listen to Joe Rogan anymore. We should all move there. And trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor it's a much more salacious thing, but is that just in terms of like that line is gonna stand out? Is that World Tour Your Girls Tour? That's this for this battle. It's a fucking crazy bar.
Hey, listen, I have no idea how these songs were created, even though I know there was a pattern of I'm leading you guys to something in terms of Kendrick. But I wonder if he had this song in the tuck the whole
years.
time. Like this song is a bop. I'm telling you,
He's
Here's what's
amazing
crazy.
at making music.
yo,
He mentions Family Matters in the song. So either
But you could also switch out like a line.
yeah,
or something
but
like that,
it
yeah.
leads you to believe either Drake does have the leak and he got Family Matters early, or that motherfucker can microwave. DJ Head is wrong. This motherfucker can microwave food.
Yo.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he played a mental game with Drake, a mental game of chess, where he convinced Drake, yo, all them songs like push-ups where you're just popping shit's not gonna work. You're gonna have to get cerebral with me
You
and
have to
start
get
thinking.
quiet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Meet the Grams and I'm gonna give like these nigga would sound like Jigsaw on the record. Yo, really me this, really me that. I know something
Bro, the
about
versatility is
hey,
bonkers.
Hey, are you ready now to play? Have you ever? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this guy doing? And then all of a sudden when I'm thinking, all right, cool, like I'm ready to put my thinking hat on for the next joint. He's like, fuck that, we back in the club. I'm like, what?
It was
and
brilliant,
the joint
dog.
is fire.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
This song is
he's,
fire.
he's prolific.
And he's
man.
wanted it since 2014, right? Like, do you feel like this started with Control?
These two have never really gotten along. From Control, if you ask me, Kendrick always wanted to destroy Drake. I think he doesn't like what he represents, and that's why I say the cultural part matters. Like there's a ilk of people like Kendrick that they believe he is the true, not watered down MC that has gotten his proper flowers to the certain extent. And then they look at Drake to say, oh, this guy used us. He's a pop star parading around as a rapper. And I think Drake's ego was like, motherfucker, I'm going to
Show you I'm a rapper.
show you I'm a rapper.
That's why did you? I literally said this. You guys disagree with you. It's the insecurity. He wanted to validate himself.
But that's
I
not
need to
disagree
insecurity.
with
That's
that
what being a
part.
rapper is.
We
I
agree
need
with
to
that
prove
part.
to you guys. I need to show you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
that's
rapper.
what being a rapper and an MC is.
Being the best, you have to be the best. Like you got to be
Like,
the best.
like
another-
LL Cool J went at it with candidates.
that's it. Hip-hop's always been that.
If you have that rapper gene, like you're going to engage in some of these
Fuck
battles.
rappers. Being a great. If another comic remotely in the same stratosphere as you,
Thank you.
started taking shots,
Thank
fuck you. It's
you.
over.
So-
It's over.
Jay-Z didn't
Thank
have to
you.
call out Nas on Takeover. Nas's career was already on the downturn, but he wanted that number one spot, and people wouldn't give him that spot
and this is what
because
I've-
they felt Nas rap better. So he's like, nah, I'm a body.
Side note, this is what I've always loved about Kendrick. Even if the music wasn't for me. Like Mr. Morales ain't for me, but Control, when he stepped in the booth and was like, I want the crown openly. All you guys, I love you. I'll kill you if I need to. I was like, I fuck with that energy. I just fuck with that energy all the way. So we were all, I think, waiting on this for 10 years, and I think Kendrick was.
Hey,
How do you feel about the race factor and all this? Because I think
I thought that was
I
whack.
think Drake is getting an unfair, like, it's fucked up what they're doing to him because he helped so many artists like become bigger, gave them their first number ones, gave them careers, and now he's
incredibly
looked at,
whack.
and now he's looked at like, oh, he just used all these people for his advantage.
Incredibly whack. And also, this is, you know, they always say like,
But it don't. Sorry to interrupt you. It don't matter because with everything, first of all, nothing gets changed here. All the Kendrick fans, the Drake haters, they get satisfied by what Kendrick's done, and then all the Drake fans, they either love what Drake did or they go, he lied, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
Nobody moves at all. Everybody just
that's
wants
not true.
whatever they feel
That's
to be
not true.
valid. I know you said that. Everybody just wants whatever they feel to be validated. It's no different than politics, no different than, we have the feeling already. Everybody on the West Coast right now, where it's been a minute since the West Coast really had like a real, I don't want to say that Kendrick wasn't a top guy, but it's been a while since the West Coast has like dominated
First
rap
time since the 90s.
in some sort of way. Everybody's fucking so excited by this. They're like, yo, we're back on top. We fucking got this. We're the baddest motherfuckers. So their egos are satisfied. So obviously there's frustration, I'm sure, with Drake fans. Like, man, we really want to just clobber him and we didn't get this dub. But I don't think everybody just leaves Drake as a Drake fan. They've built too long.
I don't think everybody, but you said it's like politics, and swing voters is what decides the winner.
Well
and
said.
Right now,
But here's the thing that people don't realize about politics. Swing voters still only vote based on their identity. That identity hasn't really been swung. It's just been moved from side to side. So for example, the swing voter, like that middle America voter, that guy, if the Republican is saying we're opening the factory and the Democrat saying we're closing the factory, they swing Republican. If the Democrat is saying we're opening the factory, the Republican saying we're closing, they go Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is they're not real swing. Nobody's going to change sides in this battle. You just go towards whatever your identity wants. And with those swing voters, as they call them, their identity does not change. They just go to whoever is going to fulfill their identity.
Yeah,
And the
but
same
we're
thing
just-
happens in these
We're
battles.
just saying that, like, now, if somebody was going for that top spot, I'm the best. So I think Kendrick has swayed people to give him that crown.
yeah, I'm
he
gonna be
got the
honest
crown
with you.
right now.
If both of them dropped an album this year, I think Kendrick could outsell.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
He would outsell him first.
But I don't
It's
think it's.
interesting.
I don't think it's
That's
over.
interesting.
I don't think it's over.
Consumption right now is like
That's
people
interesting.
want to see Kendrick, and it's gonna be interesting when he does. They want to see him have the run with him finally having the
Yeah.
crown, right?
interesting, yeah.
And Drake fans are not leaving.
Not
Like
at
you know
all.
what I mean? Like Drake fans, like he's still gonna be the guy, and that's why I think Drake should just be like, he should look at this and be like, wait, I fucked up in giving this guy his first solo number one. And so many people are now on his side.
I hate saying shit and it takes y'all an hour to say it. I really hate saying shit. Is that what's happening now? I say shit, you guys go, nah. And then an hour later, you just say it and I'm supposed to go, oh, you got a good point?
No one actually discounted that. We're saying that wasn't the
What I'm saying
full
is
reason.
Drake still gave him a number one. It's still a feature.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
It's a feature, bro.
No, of course. No,
You know what I mean?
Listen,
If your number one comes off the diss battle from the biggest guy, it's a feature.
no, I'm still acknowledging that.
Yeah.
What I was always saying is that this guy was always either 1A or 2. Like he's
phenomenal. Like, again, that's why there's two different conversations. One is like, is this guy like musically prolific? Of course, he's amazing at making music. He's amazing at rap. Like Kendrick is. I don't even think Drake would even utter the words he's bad at this. Like I think the reason the fact that he's even beefing with him is because he goes, this guy's awesome at this.
I respect
And
it.
I want people to know that I'm more awesome. That's what he's.
yeah, no, of course.
But that, to me, that's that insecurity. It's like, if he just knows he's more awesome, and he has the validation of the people coming out to the shows, the fan base, the ticket sales, literally every metric except the fans of the other guy, which you'll never sway anyway. The fans of the other guy are never going to be swayed. What I'm saying is it's a misstep based on his what I perceive as, and we all have this as performers. We're like, I just want to win everybody over. What if these people who don't like
I think
me?
you look at it like a comic, but that's not what. Like in hip hop, it's a really contact adversarial sport.
What I'm saying is you could do it without dedicating the whole song, which we agreed earlier, which is you just put out a banger that got a little few bars to Kendrick, and then you make him put out the whole song first. By you putting out the whole song first, I think it gives Kendrick.
I always thought that. I always thought him going first. But again, here's the thing too. Kendrick has had the patience of waiting 10 years. And Drake, like, you know, Drake told me something, like, because he just went on like an 84 city tour.
Yeah.
He dropped 3 albums, went on 84. Like, the dude is exhausted.
Yeah.
Right? Before he could go on vacation, this motherfucker dissing him. he wants to get this over with now. He just wants to do it now. He's like, all right, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna lock it. I'm gonna get this done. And Kendrick has the advantage of, I could just play the whack-a-mole thing and be like, all right, well, I'll be back later.
Yeah.
You know? And I think Drake cooked up something, but hoping to hear what Kendrick was gonna come with. And it was clear Kendrick wasn't gonna drop again. And he's just like, yo, what do I really gotta do to make this guy rap? Like, you know, he's kind of posting on the gram like, yo, what's up? Any day now. And he's like, fuck it. I guess I have to start it off. However, I think that played into Kendrick's strategy because he was counterpunching. If we're thinking about it, like, yo, I'm counterpunching. Oh,
It
okay.
looks thirsty almost. It's like,
Okay, you're trying to hit me with the hit song with push-ups? Okay, bet. Let me give you this layered song about how I'm about to just dissect everything you got going on. Then Drake is like, okay, all right, let me try to play your game a little bit and let me kind of cycle. And, oh, you're obsessed with these rumors because, oh, you were touched as a child. I remember you said that on your song. And he's now doing that. And Kendrick's like, psych, I got a club hit too, motherfucker. So,
So
Brilliantly
strategically,
played.
Kendrick played it better.
Oh, strategically.
oh, yeah.
He is.
And Drake is a top tier chess player.
Yeah.
Also, telling Drake.
those little tidbits, yo. I have the van that's the replica. I guess it's a replica of that van that was on your first album cover. I crushed it in my video. Oh, okay. The place you shouted out for my city, New Ho King. I'm in there just chilling, showing you that I'm the boss of this shit. You know what I mean? Like he's doing all these things that against, like I always said, thank God that Meek Mill was so fucking stupid because like that nigga was just playing like, yo, he was playing like bingo. Like Drake was just running circles around him. But he's going at a guy who's just a master chess player that you can't even see his moves anywhere else. Yeah. Like someone actually said this. They said, hey, listen, Drake may have got a little bit of a big head, no diddy, because of the win over Meek. And one of those things where it's just that Meek just madly and badly misplayed his hand.
Apparently he was like heavily on drugs at that time.
Yeah, but think about this, right? If Pusha T had Drake fall back with a confirmation of a child, well, what's the biggest like expose you could have had of a rapper to that time? It would have been, you don't write your rhymes. Except you know how he fumbled it? The nigga tweeted it out 3 weeks before he made a song about it. It's like, if he had revealed that on a song out the blue, motherfucker, you don't write your rhymes. And we're like, huh? What are you talking about? Then just play the reference tracks. We might look at that differently.
And the song sucked.
Yeah, the song sucked.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right.
All right, that's a prerequisite. Become a little bit better of a rapper.
Yeah.
Or just don't.
You gotta keep this real. Did Drake feed him that information about the daughter? Because he's claiming that he fed him the information. I don't think he did. I think he's just claiming what the internet is saying.
Be objective, Ak.
I do believe the daughter thing. I don't believe the other things. So
I didn't even know that was up for debate. I thought it was like fact that he fed the information.
No.
No.
That's interesting.
I think the other thing,
your picture in the back of some fuzzy girl in the video and saying, "Oh, this happens to be the same."
No. I think he did feed that because I could tell they were trying to recently feed like, yo, the other street dudes that usually hold down OVO in Toronto, they're getting tired of him. He hasn't been feeding the wolves. And I saw him randomly just beefing. They're like, fuck OVO. Yeah, the tide has changed now. What's up? Yo, you better put some money in the books. And I'm like, okay, you're trying to get them to feed into an angle. And I think I even said to Drake, I said, those your boys still, man. Like, I'm not buying that shit. The one thing I don't think that was staged was I do believe that his father probably went on vacation with some girl and his suitcase got stolen. I do think, like, because that doesn't, why would you have prescriptions in your name and shit like that? Like, you know what I mean? If you're trying to stage, like, I think he did a good job on Family Matters to own it, to be like, hey, well, the Maybach glove was in there because of me and blah, blah. That didn't really make sense. I didn't even ask him about that, though. So, I don't know.
But then why did Kendrick remove the cover art?
Well,
I think it only got removed on Apple, I think.
Well, yeah, you can't upload to DSPs like an actual medical script. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like, the guy's name and address is on it. You know what I mean?
Still don't believe Drake fed him that because he would have said it right away.
Yeah.
Right away, he'd have been like, hey, dummy, we fed you this information. Instead of being like, oh, I got a daughter? Nobody told me.
No, I believe he did because that is so random. if Kendrick if he said it so confidently, he must have had it from some really reliable source.
Bro.
That I feel that, you know what all these guys are doing, right? Like, they're finding out information.
Yeah,
like
how do they find out information on one another? This is kind of fun.
Well, Pusha T said it. Pusha T said, everybody thinks that Kanye told me. No.
40.
40 was pillow talking to a girl. They're all smashing the same girls.
What'd I say?
They're all
I always
smashing the
say
same
this.
girls.
There's 1,000 girls that
Hey.
just get dicked down by all famous people.
I found out that Metro Boomin hated Drake before it was like universally known. I found that out because a chick he smashed in LA, I smashed in LA. And you know, we're all talking and a girl always wants to impress you by flexing the other popping guy she's fucked with, and they always just tell every detail. So I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, yeah, he hates the fuck out of Drake. I'm like, oh shit. But then the same thing kind of came up again where people heard
Did you
that.
find out why?
I still don't know why. I just know that he doesn't.
How you
fuck
know
them.
they're not using you?
Shit.
How do you know the girls aren't sent to smash you, pillow talk with you?
Have you
so
ever thought that
start
Akademiks
putting
is
out
working for
these-
me?
No. Because me and Metro don't get along. So I'm like,
But what I'm saying is, you could be doing stuff that you don't even realize that you're doing.
oh no. That probably is like this is a really convoluted game, which I realize. I think Future and Drake they're beefing over women. I think that's a really simple thing to kind of.
Why are they beefing over women? I'm like, this is such a confusing notion that guys would beef over women that they're not even trying to wife.
I mean, it's not about the women; it's about the respect. I think.
There's power in ego though.
I think they're saying things to these women, and then the women are saying stuff, relaying it back to the guys. So it's like, oh, I don't fuck with him. So it's not that we fuck same girl. It's like, no. I know you don't like me because this girl told me.
Is there a thing with-
like a random girl that's supposed. I don't know if she fucked Future, but she being around it when I was trying to figure out. I'm like, yo, why haven't Future and Drake been around each other? Like a girl who's like get invited to these little parties that they do, and you know they're around like fly on the wall type shit. While some of these conversations was like Future was super pissed off that Drake did an album with 21 Savage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
super
Because they
pissed off.
beef like crazy?
That's why I was a little confused because like he did an album with you, but according to the person who I got it from, they were like, hey, he felt that Drake used him at that time to have that cultural equity within the clubs in Atlanta because
And then Future used him to have the cultural equity within the
well,
masses, and then everybody mutually benefits. If
Well,
anybody,
well,
Future benefited more.
but for them, they feel like, well, if you're gonna come back to Atlanta and do it with another rapper, it should be me. That's what I've heard, but there's probably like a bunch of nuances.
I'm like, so.
It's like high school. I'm being honest. It's really like high school. Like all of this shit is
because
like high
most
school.
people who want to be famous are insecure, myself included. I'm not gonna act like, you know, most of us try to work on it, but some don't. And then it's just, especially I think if you're famous young, there's no need to work on yourself.
And
Just
there is
getting
some
validated all
thought
the
that, hey, some people are just like the dude's fucking flying around this bitch with a jumbo jet and got a $400 million contract while these guys, if they get $15 million, which is, by the way, it's funny watching Drake and Rick Ross argue about money. And Drake says to him, yo.
Your house looks like a slice of cheese.
Yeah. And he says like, yo,
Good
he being
reference.
Brett Barish's bitch. Like basically, that's the guy who owns the Spirits.
Boom
Bel Air and all that.
Yeah.
And if you look at Ross, like Ross will be dissing everybody in the world with the bottles in his hand.
he's
Like
promoting.
he's always promoting. So it
He's
was
funny, dude. Rick Ross is
Unbelievably
genuinely funny.
That was one of the times I thought Drake was going on script. I think he was losing what the people cared about. Like we like funny shit.
Yeah, and
like
you're not gonna be Rick on funny.
yeah, Rick saying white boy and BBL Drizzy too funny. I'm sorry, like
phenomenal.
And Drake had that misstep with the whole texting his mom thing. Like that was corny.
What was that?
like,
What was that?
Like he showed a
yeah,
screenshot
yeah,
of him
yeah.
saying, "Oh, mom, Rick
no,
is being racist or whatever." Like even though it probably wasn't a real text to
Yeah, I
his
don't
mom,
think
but the
that
fact
was
that he
that
tried to
crazy.
put it out that way,
Nah, it
was
was
real.
calling a guy racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
calling a guy racist that is going to use the fact that you're not in the culture and you're a white boy,
Yeah.
you're kind of proving it with this.
That-
Yeah.
that
Oh, I
was-
hear you.
that was
know what I mean?
a Huge
Yeah.
misstep.
As a
Well,
white
not
guy, I was like, that is kind of racist. Kind of related to that the most of anything. That was the best diss I've ever seen.
Hey, I think Drake should just, just hit song his way
what's the next
out of this.
move? What is the next move for Drake?
Hit song his way out of this.
Now, hit song meaning about
No.
Kendrick or just about something else?
Give him 3 lines here or there. Still a bitch.
But a
Still
nice for
bigger than
what?
you.
A God's plan.
Yeah, I'm still bigger than you. Hey, listen, you're the liar that I gave you a couple of weeks, but that's it. Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. You put out you try to put out the hit song, you try to do it, and then it flops or doesn't work. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what Drake does best? Just do a collab.
But yeah.
Go to one of the guys, which is, by the way, this is one of the most interesting parts I've been looking at. Who still stands with
who's
with
choosing
Drake?
sides? Exactly.
So
Like,
wait,
I've seen
break this down.
people, I've seen a lot of artists who you could tell, and that's what I was saying before when you cut me off. I was saying with every like billionaire, they have the story of you fucked over like 10 people, or you had to, right? I think Drake, what we're watching now, especially the silence, is a lot of people who not necessarily fucked over, but they might feel ever so slighted. Yo, remember when I just came in the game and you hopped on my song? And then I got a little cool and I said, yo, could you give me another verse and you left me on red, motherfucker?
But he already put you on. This is where it's like,
No, because
We're also
in-
speculating, so we don't even-
in music, it's more of these genuine relationships, not where you're only fucking with me when it's convenient. Those people become a little bit salty. Like, yeah, I'm salty at you that they feel essentially used, even though it's really mutual, right?
it's not even mutual. I mean, if you're an up and coming artist and then the biggest artist alive does a song with you, the only person that benefits from that is the up and coming artist.
Let me say this.
It's like,
Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch had a song with Drake. It got leaked. It's called In the Cut. The real song never came out. Roddy Ricch, obviously, when he dropped The Box, was one of the most popular artists on the earth. Afterwards, subsequently, his career kind of cooled out a bit.
Yeah.
He just had a song with Drake that it just didn't come out, though. I think he might feel away. I think he might, not like salty, but it's just like, okay, I'm not in the same space I was when we cut that record. And that got leaked and didn't come out. Maybe you don't want to do another record. Now when I see Kendrick going at you, I'm a little bit more
like
pro
it.
Kendrick. Like he's now, West Coast Crody. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
so I think Drake is watching, and we can't really see any artists standing with Drake. 21 Savage, right? Just brought him on tour in the 7th. Of course, 21 fucks with Drake, but he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's from Atlanta. You can't go against Future. Future is king in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I remember doing an interview with 21 and he told me, in Atlanta, Future is bigger than Drake. Like the people of
believe
Atlanta
that, yeah.
care more about Future than Drake, right? So he can't go against Future. And then his man is also Metro. So he's like noticeably absent and quiet. And Drake is kind of out here fighting by himself. Yes. The second thing we've also not seen during the Meek Mill thing, when all that was going on, Drake was popping up in Houston clubs, got bitches shaking their ass to back. It looked like he was the culture. Like he was what people were liking outside. And I'm watching now, look like Drake is stuck in the booth. And even though we haven't seen Kendrick, his music seems to be outside. Like everybody's dancing to the song. Like
I don't think he's stuck in the booth. I think it looks, at least appears, he's trying to keep the women on his side. Like he's popping up at Nikki shows, he's popping up at Sexy Red shows. Like
not during the beef.
Yeah, recently he was on tour with Nikki. Like not on tour, but he did like a few different dates with Nikki.
That's after he dropped push-ups. Like shit got to another.
Not since this next level.
Yeah. No, that's what he's winning.
Kendrick
I'm
responded,
winning.
it's been-
Yo, when
when
you're
I'm
winning,
I'm outside.
It's a good time when you win it.
Yeah,
It's a real good time when you win it.
Yeah.
And it's just odd how no one is speaking up for Drake.
I think
So if I'm Drake, right?
Yeah.
And I built the way I orchestrated my career is instead of, and there are some artists that have done this, trying to shut down every new artist that comes out of fear that they're going to take them over, like literally trying to like squash and silence careers. Instead going, I'm going to give you your first hit. I'm going to give you your first hit so that when you blow up, you remember me, we can continue to work together, and you'll always remember that, we built something good and I'm going to put you on. And maybe he really likes putting people on. Maybe I know Joe Rogan likes putting on new talent. He's done it with so many of us. He enjoys it. He doesn't ask for nothing back. He literally just enjoys putting on people who are nice. So maybe there's a part of Drake like that, and he's done it with so many people. Now, when Joe's going through anything, he got a lot of motherfuckers like me that are ready to just start swinging because we know how important he was. Same thing with Charlotte. Charlotte going through anything, I'm riding with Charlotte till the end of times. So it's like, if there's anything that affects any of those guys, We're riding. If I'm Drake right now, I would be kind of hurt that I put all these fucking people on, did all these songs with these people who are really, you could say, oh, they're popping, They were no names in terms of international play before he puts them on. Probably has made them, through that, millions and millions of dollars, right? I'm very vocal about the credit, who I give credit to, the people who put me on. Very vocal, right? I'm sure those people in some way must feel, if they're like reasonable human beings, and then nobody talking, nobody speaking up, I'd be tight, bro.
Well, also, they don't want to go against the other side. And also, this is...
What the other side do?
But that's what's great.
Well,
now you're playing politics.
Well, here's the thing, too. I think there's a lot of people in the industry that
resent that motherfucker.
No, but beyond that, they have looked at Drake and they have really maybe seen a little bit behind the curtain and they respect him less now.
What does that mean?
There was a time when they felt that he was the instant, I get on a verse, it's going crazy, it's going to affect shit. Like, I think now people look at him and be like, well, what is Drake if he doesn't have a Yachty next to him? Or if he's not riding this wave? They don't look at him as untouchable anymore.
Do you think I'm playing devil's advocate because, again, I'm the Drake hater on the team. Do you think it says something that none of those guys will go to bat? Because there's nothing anybody could say about you to make me go, I believe you, I'm going to stay quiet. I'll die for this guy. Weird? You'll die for... But that's the thing.
Telling
is it not telling? I'm actually asking you, do you think it's telling that nobody's coming? Do you think that says something about Drake more than the people? You see what I'm saying? Nobody. Like, is every one of these guys shitty? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, in this business, you get people who are incredibly desperate for fame, and they're incredibly, in our business too, and they're willing to do, like I just had a buddy who said that they weren't going to do something, or they were going to cancel something. I'm going to try to be vague here. And they were going to cancel something because doing it was getting them a lot of hate. And that thing that they were going to do is with somebody who really, kind of put them on and give them opportunities, etc. But just because they were worried about their career and what was going on with them, they're like, I got to cancel it. So people are going to prioritize themselves first. But I hear the point you're making, which is like, oh shit, maybe our perception is that he's so benevolent, he's helping all these guys, when maybe they don't really see it that way. Is that what you guys are saying?
Yeah, like zero people are coming. There should be one person, I would think. Now, granted, I think you were first to support Rogan, and that helped open up. I was supposed to actually do, after his controversy happened, I was supposed to do the pod that Monday, which was crazy, but like never crossed my mind to not do it. I was like, man, this guy's helped out Schulz. Schulz has helped out you. He's offering you this platform. You do this fucking podcast. There's no question about it. There's no one doing that for Drake. Zero people. And again, I am biased. I don't know if he's a bad guy. So maybe I shouldn't present this, but
they gotta say something. All these guys are industry friends. Like all that twin shit. Like they're not really friends. And so it's like,
is there one human being, just one human being, who's like, yeah, this is a good guy, I'm gonna vouch?
Yeah, but it's not them vouching as a good guy. They would have to go against.
If Birdman is the only guy defending you, what's going on?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The industry is against them. Like all of these guys.
This is a great point.
Yeah, like put like this.
If you're industry friends and the industry is against him, then you're going to side with the industry because you see your security, safety, and longevity within the industry.
Yeah, I guess
it just exposes that these friendships and my twin, my dog.
Metro said it earlier. Everyone has to pick a side. If you pick Drake's side, you ain't get beats. You almost have to hope that he survives it. Well, obviously he'll survive, but he'll survive for Drake. Will Drake still have that ability to help you? Because now you're making an enemy of the Weeknd. You're making an enemy of Metro Boomin, Future, all of these guys who there's much more that's not present. Like
this is
there's
why,
a whole faction.
This is why like being able to have your own audience and create your own shit, like not feeling so dependent, is so important. We can go to war for Joe, we can go to war for Charlotte, we can go to war for any of the people that we really care about, right? Because we are not dependent on the industry. The second you are dependent, oh fuck man, the only hit I ever had was with Metro, and if I say this, Metro not gonna feed me any more beats, and then what if I just bought a house and then my kids in private school and shit, I won't be able to pay. All right, let me just be quiet. Yeah, you're shackled by your ties to the industry in that regard.
I'm still wondering though, what the fuck did he do to all these guys? Was somebody
That's what I'm trying to ask.
How don't
I
you
think
know
it's a great,
this
it's a
shit?
great.
well, I mean, like again,
Could you speculate?
okay,
Just speculate.
Well, we've just heard bullshit reasons, like reasons that are just like very light on
Fucking
the
girls,
surface.
like
Yeah, like
Everybody
things like
fucking
that. I
is
mean,
out,
Rick Ross on his song, he said, "Yo, it's because you sent a cease and desist." But like that,
that ain't it.
like the guy who you're mad at for like French is still following Drake. There's a deeper issue, and I seen Metro allude to it. He said, "Stop acting like the reason we fell out is because of a girl. You didn't fuck my girl. I'll spare you."
He said, "I'll
People
spare
knowing
us
the real-
both."
yeah.
To be fair, because he was gonna look bad too. To be fair to Drake, Metro, whatever the reason was gonna be, he said the reason I'm not telling you is gonna make both of us look bad.
Did he say that?
No.
He said that.
He said I'll spare. He said I'll spare both of us. But he says you look much worse.
Yeah.
If I tell what it is, but I'll spare both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I read it as if like, oh, if I say what happened, I'm gonna be embarrassed, but you're gonna look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what we're all trying to
Yes.
say here is it would make Drake look way worse, which is why Drake won't come out with it.
Mm-hmm.
He still looks stupid.
Yeah.
Metro will still, look, he'll have some sort of negative feeling about it, but not as bad as potentially Drake.
Yeah.
So maybe this has happened time and time again, and enough people have been affected that nobody's coming
I
out.
even asked Drake. Well, I was like, yo.
Yeah. What he's, I mean, I don't know. It's your guys' business. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and I don't think he's gonna. This is probably again the mere fact that we've gotten 2 albums, a bunch of diss songs, and none of these guys have said you did A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
Like that's odd. Like we're beefing and fighting, but we can't even address the reasons why. What Drake has told me was like, yo, he honestly just feels it comes from like people viewing his position. Like, hey, the fact that
Jealousy, envy.
Jealousy, the fact that he's at the top, he got the jet, the lifestyle, the money. And because of whatever, maybe wrong or slight, even sometimes if he doesn't intend it, they may have just like harbored feelings for him. But I still look at him like, not this amount of niggas just come like, yo, it's time to get him today.
There is some validity to jealousy. We all get jealous, we all whatever. But when a guy at the top writes off everything as they're just jealous, I don't fully believe that. You know what I mean? That's not.
And especially it looks even weirder when you're the guy. You're the guy that took Jay-Z's motto to Super Saiyan when you put your hand around the new guy.
Yeah.
Like if every comic went against Joe Rogan and wouldn't say why, you would probably have to say, what the fuck did Joe do? The easy thing to say is, well, yeah, you're jealous of his spot, but it's like, well, he's kind of helped all y'all.
Yeah.
And
this is a fucking great conspiracy right here.
Yeah, no, I really don't know. Like,
anybody who spent time with Joe will vouch for Joe. He's a great fucking guy, blah, blah, blah. That's
the
not
fact
happening.
that none of these has anybody vouched for
Birdman.
Yachty, I'm sure Yachty's been.
I don't even know if Yachty's come out.
Because Yachty had liked a post that seemingly was dissing the other guys, and he said, no, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's your man's. Like, you guys paint your nails together. You got to stand on it. There's time. Like, yo, you get the little gel joints done together. You got to stand on it right now.
They just did a podcast together on the beach with
Who's Zach something? Kendrick said you're playing dirty with Zach.
like Zach Bia
he's
and Twitter
alluding
bots.
to, or he's accusing Drake, because that's another angle that masterful. Like, he's defeated every possible angle Drake could go. Like, number one, all right, there's the angle of, hey, the venue for this beef is Akademiks stream, and he's a number 1 Drake fan. How does this play out? Like, you know what he says? He's compromised. Like, he hits everything. And so the Zach Bia thing is, at first, the internet lopsidedly was like, yo, it's Drake. And Kendrick kind of negates it by kind of like trying to air out and put into air. Drake is using a whole bunch of bots. Zach Bia is a guy who's, I think he manages Yeet, but like, there are these nefarious individuals that kind of make narratives
the
happen.
bot man.
Well, that's what he's alluding to. Yeah, you're the bot guy. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're cooking up the bots with Drake. You know what I mean? And him kind of like throwing certain things into the air.
You got to listen to these songs.
I know.
It's driving me crazy. He's speaking with so much authority. I sent him every song in order.
He did. Now, to be fair, I've never spoken authority about the music.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Got to.
Buddy, not like us.
No, you have
Not
to.
like us is such a fucking banger.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yo,
It's hard.
yo, I
It is the
promise you-
back-to-back
Hold
of
on.
this
minutes,
battle.
2 minutes a song.
Yeah, yo,
I
yo,
can't do this
I
in
promise-
Give it 2.
7
Give it 2.
minutes.
If Meet the Grams
Yeah.
was actually all factual,
Yeah.
It's insane.
it would be probably one of the biggest knockout punches we've seen. To not only reveal, and I wrote a verse to your mom explaining that this industry has corrupted her son and turned him into a pedophile. Let's say that's also was real, which that's not real, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I showed how you've neglected actual real responsibility, chase the worst things that comes along with fame, the things that you think I'm jealous of you for, till you have not only, it's not just like parenting, it was just like, you're hiding another child. He's like, he's dropping these lines like, you call yourself the boy, I'm gonna help you turn to the man. Like, that's kind of like, it's taking you just can't listen to Drake just talk about, yo, I'm going to the club to fuck some bitches no more. Like, this guy's basically saying, this guy's a piece of shit and a creep.
Yeah, fuck a
Y'all-
rap beef. It's a war with
Yeah,
yourself.
that's
y'all want to listen to
crazy,
this
dude.
guy
Crazy.
for the turn up?
I should have listened to that.
So when I heard that one, I was like,
Good thing it was lies. I was like, the whole time I'm listening.
Nah, listen to that.
I was like, then I found out it was lies. I was like, whoa, dodge
I
the
was
fucking
like,
bullet.
if anybody ever picked me apart or exposed me in that way,
Dodge the bullet, man.
I have to off myself.
Yeah,
It'll be,
I don't
he
count
picks him
that
apart
song.
in a way that it's like he can't recover from. If the stuff was real,
but,
he wouldn't
but
recover.
lies, so we don't count that.
Yeah.
Good
Do,
thing.
do you know the masters theory that like Drake got a part of this larger contract that has everyone's masters going to him and he's getting a piece of everything?
All right, guys, we're going to end the episode here publicly, but there is more with Big Act on our Patreon, patreon.com/flagrant or patreon.com/flagrant2. Join the asshole army, guys. You'll get this plus an episode every week. We'll see y'all there.